Good afternoon to you, wherever you may be in this glorious county. Humboldt Crabs baseball is on the air. Hi, I'm Hoke Holcomb, along with my broadcasting buddy, the Professor, Benjamin Schaefer, coming to you from the Don Turbush Announcers booth high atop the Arcata Ballpark, located just a block from the historic plaza in downtown Arcata. And today, the second of three games between the Humboldt Crabs and the Seattle Cheney Studs. The Studs were formed 10 years, almost 10 years, 9 or 10 years after the Crabs, so they've been around a long, long time. This is a storied rivalry. Just as the Giants and Dodgers are doing battle in Los Angeles this weekend, the Crabs and the Studs, two of the oldest continuously operating semi-pro / summer collegiate baseball teams in all of baseball. In fact, the Crabs are the oldest continuously operated summer collegiate baseball team in the world, period. So this series is one we look forward to, and last night we were not disappointed. Oh, well, we were disappointed in the final score, but it was a heck of a ball game.
We weren't disappointed in the action.
No, it was good action. And our game eerily paralleled the Giants game down in Los Angeles. The Giants and the Crabs both trailed by 2 runs, tried to make a comeback and fell a run short. So both the Giants and the Crabs lost by 3-2 counts in last night's ball game. The Crabs are breaking out some new uniforms today. I don't know how to describe.
They're white with blue
pants.
And red tie-dye.
White with
blue and red tie-dye
in a kind of
whirlpool
circular
pattern.
Yeah, whirlpool pattern.
Yeah.
All right. So it's
and white pants.
Yeah.
I don't know. They kind of look like refrigerator repairmen to me. Hippie refrigerator repairmen to me.
Hippie refrigerator repair. That's in a distinct category. I don't know if you find that in many sociological tracts. How do we separate?
It's a little bit too much white.
Yeah.
Before Labor Day, is it after Memorial Day or before Labor Day? You're not supposed to wear white. I don't know, but.
Well, at nighttime we won't need the lights with those
That's
uniforms.
Right.
It'll light up the sky.
I think if they had blue pants or something, that would be weirder, but it would look better.
In addition to being the official scorer at the ball game and announcing the game, occasionally umpiring behind the plate, Benjamin is now the color consultant for the Humboldt Crabs.
I do have an extremely keen aesthetic sense.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm sure it's true, and I'm sure someday I'll be able to recognize that, but after 19 years I haven't gotten to that point yet. All right. Well, it's an aesthetically wonderful time to come out to the ballpark because a lot of folks are engaged in slurping and guzzling over at the Oyster Festival. So the crowd is relatively light here, and it is an absolutely perfect day for baseball. Oh, a nice breeze blowing. And,
yeah, it's more than a breeze. It's kind of whipping, I would say, out there.
Yeah, we would guess that's probably 20, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty windy today. I wouldn't be surprised to see some balls go out. It's typical for this time of day. It's Sundays, same thing. It's really breezy around this time of the afternoon on Sundays.
The balls will carry, so we may see some long balls today. We did not see any home runs in last night's 3-2 loss. That brought the Crabs' record to 8-2 on the season. The Studs come in to this afternoon's ball game with a record of 11 wins and only 1 setback on the season.
That was a very closely played game last night. The Crabs made a couple errors that hurt them, and the Studs, outplayed them, but it was still a very close contest, and the Crabs played well.
Crabs had a couple of base running errors that may have cost them.
They made some mistakes on the bases that may have cost them.
But anyhow, it was a fine ball game. All right, let me give you the lineup for the visiting Seattle Studs. Leading off in center field will be Landon Riker. Batting second at second base, Cody Banks. Batting third and doing the designated hitting, Brennan Hancock. Batting cleanup and doing the catching, Ken McCormick. Batting fifth at first base, Tanner Arrington. Hitting sixth in right field, Henry Cheney. Batting seventh at shortstop, Matt Zoba. Batting eighth in left field, Jacob Hirsch. Batting ninth at third base, Kyle Bowe. And on the mound this afternoon for the Studs,
oh boy, who just joined the team, Milch, are
all college eligible. On the other hand, the Puff Caps consist of very good players from high school who are all going to Division I schools. They have no experience at all going into this summer playing collegiate level baseball. So it'll be interesting to see how we do against them as well. They're a very fine club. But certainly the Seattle Studs, two-time national champion. They've gone to Wichita and won it all. The last time they did it was in 2015. So a very good opponent for the Crabs, and we hope you'll be out here tomorrow afternoon for Father's Day. If so, get here early because the crowd will be large. We generally get 1,000.
Well, it's going to be Father's Day tomorrow. Yeah, as you said. So it's going to be a packed house tomorrow. I can remember when they used to have free beer on Father's Day here. Remember when they used to have a keg and they cracked a keg around the 7th inning?
Yep.
They don't do that so much anymore.
Well, those were the days when we didn't sell beer.
That's right. That's correct. Right.
People could bring
their
beer
own
into the ballpark.
Well, it's time for the national anthem.
So let's do that. All right. The umpires who were gathered at home plate are now going to their assigned positions. It'll be Michael Cowan calling balls and strikes, Don Hofacker, our old buddy Don Hofacker at first base, and Zach Norton will be at third base. We see Crabs photographer Matt Filer out in the field taking a picture of the young man who's going to throw the ceremonial first pitch today. And a pretty good pitch. Oh,
not bad.
Made it on a bounce.
One bounce.
Yeah. He's got a spot in the Valley Bears pitching rotation. Made it in one bounce to the plate.
Right.
That was a day. We have not had any gopher problems at the park after the day when they had a pitcher that was throwing the ball and it seriously would bounce maybe a third of the time before it made it to the plate.
That series in general, I have to say, was probably one of the worst we've had in a long time. We've had some bad series, but that was just not.
We shall not equal it as the season goes on.
Not good.
All right, on the mound, Jared Milch taking his warm-up pitches.
I've already given the stats on Jared Milch.
Yeah, I just wanted to get.
What do you want to know? How tall he is and all that stuff?
I wanted where he's from. Yeah, college.
Jared Milch is from the College of San Mateo. He's a sophomore there.
All right. Now, see, there is some dispute as to how long we should announce a player's college affiliation. I say let people know for a week. And then after that, they're Crabs.
I say once.
Once, and then they're Crabs. Okay, whatever. But we do it, I think, the entire season. I think the PA gives the college affiliation each time the batter comes up.
Well, I think for some people that means something because certain colleges have, people that went to that school or they have a reputation as good baseball schools or that sort of thing. But I don't follow college baseball at all, so I don't know what any of that. It's not meaningful to me to hear where they went to school.
Well, that's a good point, though. That's a good point. All right, we're ready to go. On the mound, Jared Milch will set the Crabs defensively for you momentarily. Landon Riker to lead it off for the Studs. He'll be followed by Cody Banks and then Brennan Hancock. Left-hander Milch rocks into the windup, and his first pitch is taken for a called strike one. Jackson O'Boy, joining the Crabs for the first time this afternoon, is behind the plate, flashing signs out to Jared Milch, and the 0-1 offering. High and away, 1-1. Chase Larson at first base, Jackson Critch at second, Wesley Gon Gibson, the shortstop, and Coco Figueredo at third. The 1-1. High pop-up foul down the first base line, and it's going to be out of play. Chase Larson gives it a look, but it's back into the crowd. In the outfield, it's McCarthy Tatum in left field. I don't know if we've seen McCarthy in left prior to today. I've seen him at third base and first base. Kellen Strom in center field, and Connor Blair patrolling right. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is hit into shallow left field. Left fielder coming on, diving, and making
nice
the
play.
catch at the shoe tops. A fine catch by McCarthy Tatum. We just said we hadn't seen him in left field. Well, we've seen him now. A good running catch, and he caught it. I thought he was going to dive, but instead he stayed on his feet and caught it right around the ankles. One down. Nice play. That'll bring up Cody Banks, right-handed hitter. Banks swings at the first pitch and misses.
Boy, he was way late on that pitch.
Banks 1 for 5 in last night's ball game. The 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Unable to catch up with Jared Milch's heater, and it's 0-2. Lots of blue sky and sunshine this afternoon. Swing, and he fouls it off. Just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Have we set the Crabs defensively
Yes.
for our listeners?
Yes, I did. The 0-2 offering. Inside. A ball and 2 strikes. Jackson O'Boy, the newest member of the Humboldt Crabs, comes to us from the University of California, Davis. He's an Aggie. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball got him. So Milch blew Banks away with 3 fastballs, or 2 down, and that'll bring up Brennan Hancock. Hancock, left-handed hitter, played first base in yesterday's ball game, and he was 2 for 4. Shows bunt, takes a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Just underway, top of the first inning, 2 gone, no score. Nobody on base. The next pitch, breaking ball, slow curveball that caught the outside corner to the left-handed hitting Hancock, and the count now 0-2. Southpaw versus southpaw, the 0-2 pitch. Misses down low, 1-2. Milch may be the quickest worker on the team. I mean, he gets
we
the
all
ball and he's
appreciate
ready
that.
to go. Yeah. We appreciate it, and so do the fielders. Keep them on your toes. The 1-2 pitch now from Milch. Ground ball to the shortstop. High hop. He's got it. Throw to first in time. Nice
That was a tough play.
That was a tough play for Wesley Gon Gibson. The last hop was a tough one, and he fielded it well and threw to first for the out. Nothing across in the first inning for the Studs. At the end of half an inning, Studs nothing, Crabs coming to bat. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia, Eureka.
Yeah, got my day off now. No more sick leave. Really?
Gibson's the shortstop. 6, yeah. You're not going to give you the entire left side of the field. Nice try.
I wrote it in wrong, but I didn't realize that.
You're allowed 1 mistake a series. That's it.
1 minute.
We're back.
Kellen Strom to lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the first. On the mound, Michael Wood, right-hander versus right-hander, and the first pitch is a fastball in there for a called strike one.
I don't see the box score from last night, but he was 1 for 5. It looks like last night was his first start. So
it was his first game as a Crab. Line drive into right center field and deep. That's going to go to the wall. It's going to be off the wall. Rounding first and heading for second is Strom, and he's in there standing with a booming double off the wall in right center field.
Right above the Aflac sign.
Is that the duck? Aflac.
Yeah. Here's Coco Figueredo.
Ken McCormick, the catcher, did not play in last night's game. Walk out to the mound to have a word with Michael Wood. Defensively for the Studs, it's Tanner Arrington at first base, Cody Banks at second, Matt Zoba, the shortstop, and Kyle Bowe at third. In the outfield from left to right, Jacob Hirsch, Landon Riker, and Henry Cheney.
Figueredo comes in batting .341, .518 on base percentage, .415 slugging average.
Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-handed Wood, and the first pitch misses wide, 1-0. If Figueredo bunts, he may not be bunting for a sacrifice here. He's got speed. Third baseman about even with the bag is Kyle Bowe. First baseman maybe 3 feet, 4 feet behind the bag at first. From the stretch position, Michael Wood, a glance back at second, a second glance. Now he comes to the plate, and it's over. Fastball for a strike at the knees, and the count 1-1 to Coco Figueredo. A ball and a strike to Coco. From the set. The pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. He's up with it. The throw to first in time, but it's a productive out as Kellen Strom moves to third on the ground out. That'll bring up Connor Blair.
Blair batting .314. Slugging .519. No, on base percentage of .519. Slugging .400. This Crabs team has not shown as much power as last year's team, for instance.
Middle infielders surprisingly back. I guess not surprising in the first inning. The first pitch is waved out and missed. That was pitch around his ankles. 0-1 to Connor Blair. Did you give Connor's average?
I did.
Okay. No balls and a strike to Blair. Michael Wood working from the stretch position with the runner on at third. Comes to the set about shoulder height. And the pitch. Curveball and a beauty.
Nice
slow breaking ball, and Connor was kind of frozen at the plate. So Wood ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. McCarthy Tatum, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck area, taking some practice swings. 0-2 the count to Connor Blair. The pitch. Ground ball foul outside of third base. We'll do it again, 0-2. As Benjamin mentioned, there is quite a breeze blowing. Could aid fly balls. It's blowing out. Oh, and 2 to Blair. Wood, a long look into McCormick.
Now they got the infield in on the grass.
And the infield has come in now. The 0-2. Ooh, tries to check his swing, and he goes around. Strike 3. Didn't need to check with the first base umpire.
Nope.
So Blair down on strikes. A big strikeout for Michael Wood. It'll take a base hit now, and the infield can go back. That was interesting that the infield came in after 3 or 4 pitches to Connor Blair. I guess figuring with 2 strikes, he's more likely to be protecting and therefore
hit a ground
ball that might be
that
weakly
makes
hit.
Sense. Yeah.
But they could bring him home instead. Here is McCarthy Tatum. And the first pitch to him, a wicked curveball on the outside corner for a called strike 1.
Tatum comes in batting .349, .455 on base percentage, and a .581 slugging average.
Wood at the set. His 0-1 pitch to Tatum swung on and missed. Chased a pitch a bit outside,
Nasty
and it's
slider.
0-2. That was wicked. Oh, and 2 to Tatum. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul again outside of third base.
Same pitch.
Tatum had his roughest night as a Crab last night. He 0 for 4, hit into a couple of double plays.
Yeah, he did 2 double plays last night.
New day. That's the great thing about baseball.
Chance to bring a run home for the Crabs here.
Again, Woods 0-2 pitch. Inside with a heater, 1-2. Kellen Strom at Kellen Strom at third, 2 down. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back.
That slider again there. Crabs are having trouble making solid contact on it. Good job there by Tatum to foul it away.
We'll do it again, 1-2. The pitch. Low and away. Fastball. It's 2-2. I'll tell you one thing I don't like about the new uniforms. It's almost impossible to read the player's name on the back.
Read their names,
Yeah.
Are their names even on the back?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you can't read it.
Very, very difficult to read. Here's the 2-2 to number 22. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed pitch on the inner part of the plate. So the Crabs are gone in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of an inning complete, we're scoreless. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia, Eureka. Welcome back to the ballpark on a very sunny day.
A lovely day. Would you like a better bank? Try a better credit union. Introducing Compass Community Credit Union, formerly California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They're now open to the community, offering absolutely free checking with 0 requirements and super low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. You can call them at 800-440-8662 or visit Compass CCU, that's all in caps, the CCU part at least, .org. It's a new name, same great credit union since 1951.
Welcoming to the ballpark. In left field, the folks of Umpqua Bank.
Crab Southpaw Jared Milch set down the studs in order in the first. He'll face the middle 3 of the Seattle order here in the top of the second, starting with their catcher, Ken McCormick. McCormick did not play in last night's game. Right-handed hitter, and the first pitch to him misses wide, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, fouled off to the right. The count even at 1-1. McCormick, 6 foot, 210-pounder. A freshman, goes to Everett Community College. The 1-1. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the left side and through into left field for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for the Seattle Studs. You know, I almost said before that pitch, you won't believe it, but I almost said I've never seen a Crab third baseman play as close to the line as Figueiredo did on that in that at bat. I mean,
he
was really
I noticed he was
hugging the
playing
line.
close to the line last night at one point, and I thought he was just attempting to get out of the sun because it was after that foul ball that he just ducked out of the way of.
Right,
I used to recall that, and then I noticed later he was in the shadows near the line there as it got later in the afternoon, and as I said, I just assumed that was because he was trying to avoid the sun in his eyes.
Here's Tanner Arrington, and he takes a fastball at the belt for a called strike one. I don't know if he'd gotten to that ball if he'd have been in a more, well, where he's playing right now, a more traditional third base position, but there was a big gap between him and the shortstop, and that's where the ball went. The 0-1 pitch, line drive off the glove, one hop off the glove of the shortstop, Gon Gibson, into left field, a solid base hit. So back-to-back singles, and the Studs have something going here in the top of the second inning. Nobody out, and right fielder Henry Chaney coming up.
Right fielder number 3, Henry Chaney.
We mentioned last night, this team is actually known as the Seattle Chaney Studs, or the Chaney Seattle Studs. And he is a legacy player. Henry Chaney is the grandson of the founder of the Chaney Studs. Studs coming from lumber. It was a lumber company. There's a bunt out in front of the plate. Catch it. Got it. Cannot pick it up, and everybody's going to be safe.
That's going to be an error on Jackson O'Boy.
So a little sacrifice bunt turns into an error. It's a sacrifice and an E2 to allow Chaney to make it to first. The bases are now loaded. Nobody out. And Matt Zoba, the shortstop, coming to the bat.
O'Boy just couldn't
pick up the ball.
Couldn't get a grip on it.
Yep. Infield back. First pitch is a fastball high, 1-0 to the shortstop, Zoba, right-handed hitter. Corner infielders in, middle infielders back, hoping for two. Milch's pitch. Fastball high, 2-0. Nowhere to put him. McCormick on third, Arrington on second, Chaney on first. Nobody out here in the top of the second, and a 2-0 count on Matt Zoba. Milch comes to the plate in the dirt, 3-0. So two singles and an error have loaded him. Maybe that shook up Milch a bit because he has now fallen behind 3-0 to Zoba.
He's in a heap of trouble. Heap of trouble.
Major jam. The 3-0. Inside, ball 4. So Zoba picks up an RBI the easy way.
4 pitches, too.
The Studs draw first blood. It's 1-0 now. Still nobody out, and left-handed hitting Jacob Hirsch coming to the bat. Hirsch last night was 0 for 2. He also walked twice. Again, first baseman and third baseman about even with the bag. Middle infielder's back, and the fastball is taken for a called strike one.
At the plate, number 4, Jacob Hirsch.
Milch working from the stretch with the bases jammed. He needs a non-productive out here. Strikeout, pop-up, easy grounder. That one's over but low, a ball and a strike. One and one to count. The pitch, fouled back onto the screen, a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Hirsch. Milch says this would be a great time for my second strikeout of the afternoon. High fly ball into left field. Moving over toward the line and under it and making the catch is Tatum. Coming in to score on the sacrifice fly is Arrington. So credit Hirsch with a sac fly RBI. There's now one down. Runners at first and second. And the number 9 hitter, Kyle Bowe, coming to the bat. Bowe last night in the cleanup slot was 0 for 4. He did not have a good night. Struck out, hit into a double play. Let's see how he does in the 9 slot. The Crabs hope for a double play right here to cut this rally off with only 2 runs coming in. First pitch is a fastball high, 1-0. So Cheney on second, Zoba on first, 1 out, and 2 in for the Studs here in the top of the second. Milch comes home, and that pitch is right in there for a called strike. Fastball just above the belt, and it's 1-1. At the set, the 1-1 pitch. This is outside and high, 2-1. Milch, a long look into Jackson O'Boy. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. It's 2-2.
That was a good pitch, just out of the strike zone.
Yeah, just a bit outside. 2-2 to Bowe. Breaking ball is grounded to the pitcher. He goes to third for the force there. No relay to first. Ball was not hit that hard. Good play on the part of Jared Milch to get it over to Figueredo for the force. So Cheney is cut down. Zoba moves to second, and Bowe safe at first on the fielder's choice.
Except number 10, Landon Riker.
And that'll bring up Landon Riker, who hit a little fly ball flare into left field that McCarthy Tatum made a fine running catch on to start the ball game. Right-handed hitter. Milch's pitch is grounded to the shortstop. He's up with it, tossed to second for the force, and that will end the Studs' second inning. However, they come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's the Seattle Studs 2 and the Crabs nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1580 Arcadia Rica. Liam, did you ask for pie?
I did. Didn't bring it up.
That's not twice. Happens once more, you're going to hear an explosion because we were promised at a meeting.
I put
Humboldt Mortgage has been committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will help you get it done. Call Bob J. Lawton at Humboldt Mortgage. That's 445-3027, or check out HumboldtMortgage.net. Jackson Critch to lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the second inning. Crabs trailing 2-0. Right-hander versus right-hander. Michael Wood comes to the plate, and Critch hits a long fly ball down the right field line. It is going to be up against the wall on a bounce. Critch rounds first and hits the second. A long throw in from the right fielder, not going to be in time. And the Crabs start the second inning the same way they began the first, with a leadoff 2-base hit. Critch has been a standout early in this season for the Humboldt Crabs. He got the big hit to win the 9-7 20-inning game in Reading on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple of base knocks last night.
Yeah, I think he's been the Crabs MVP so far. It's early. It's only been a couple weeks in the season. But.
Oh, yeah. Here's Ramon Enriquez, who's also hit well in limited duty. He joined the Crabs a little later, and he takes the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0.
But Critch came into the game slugging 657. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty,
and now a double
impressive.
and one
Yeah.
at bat today.
Ramon Enriquez, what's he doing? His average is pretty high up there, isn't it? 1-0 the count to Ramon.
Yeah, Enriquez is leading the team, although he doesn't have as many.
Enriquez takes a slider wide, 2 balls and no strikes.
Enriquez is batting .385 with a .529 on base percentage and a .538 slugging average, but that's in only 6 games.
The 2-0 pitch, that's a good ball. Fine slider on 2-0, and it's 2-1. Ramon Enriquez serving as the designated hitter in this afternoon's ball game. A look back at second. Wood comes to the plate. Enriquez swings through, misses. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Ramon Enriquez. Jackson Critch, who led off the inning with a double, is at second base. Wood comes to the plate. Strike 3 called, and Enriquez knew it.
Yeah, he knew it.
Slider on the outside corner. The 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Michael Wood, and that'll bring up Chase Larson.
Coming up, first baseman number 19, Chase Larson.
Chase did not play in last night's ball game. I think he got the last hit in the in that incredible 20-inning contest in Reading Thursday.
6 hits and 34 at bats for Larson.
Chase, right-handed hitter. At the set, Wood comes to the plate. Larson swings and grounds it right back to the pitcher. It's off his glove. By the time the shortstop gets it, there is no play, and that'll be a base hit. An infield single, I believe.
No, that's an
you're
error
gonna
on
call
the
it an
pitcher.
error? Oh, my goodness. Okay.
He won.
You're going to call it an error.
It was right to him.
Yeah, but it was hard hit off the top of his glove. Okay, all right. You know, you're tough. You're tough.
No.
Runners at first and third. I hope the Larson family that's listening knows that Hoke here would have given Chase a hit for that, but Benjamin is stingy.
Yeah. I bet your average grades were B pluses too when you were college, when you were teaching classes.
Here's Jackson O'Boy, his first at-bat as a Humboldt Crab, right-handed hitter. Runners at first and third, 1 down. Wood's pitch. Breaking ball just misses low, 1-0. Were both the runs last in the top of this frame
Just
earned?
one.
Just one of the 2 earned that the studs got in the top of this frame. 1-0 the count now to O'Boy, number 8 hitter in Robin Guyver's lineup this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch bounces at the plate. A good block by McCormick. It's 2-0. McCormick had thoughts of throwing behind Chase Larson at first base, but demurred. 2-0 to O'Boy. Hitters count. Crabs trying to get someone home here. The pitch. Breaking ball and a good
nice
one.
Pitch.
2-1. Wood
He's
is
been very
impressive
effective with that.
Yeah, and he throws different pitches 2-0. He's not afraid to throw a slow curveball 2-0. Shows pretty good command. 2-1 the count now. The pitch to O'Boy inside with a fastball, 3-1. So again, hitters count. Larson held on at first base by Tanner Arrington. We don't know how good a contact hitter O'Boy is. That would affect whether Larson might be going or not. He does not have a big lead. The 3-1 pitch. He doesn't go, and the pitch is taken for a called strike. Oh boy, threw the bat away and started toward first base. Home plate umpire said, Michael Counts said, nope, that was in there on the inside corner, and the count now full to oh boy. Wood, a long look into McCormick. He's now set. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes, ball 4. Slider missed. Up in the ball game by Michael Wood. So Larson trots to second base, and the Crabs now have the bases full of crustaceans. Critch at third, Larson at second, O'Boy at first, and Wesley Gon Gibson coming to the bat.
Don Gibson hitting .233, .425 on base percentage.
Wood at the set, the pitch. High pop up into shallow right field. Second baseman goes out. Right fielder comes in. It's going to be the right fielder. The runner at third tags. Here comes the throw. No, he's going to go back to third base.
Boy, that's tough. That's tough.
So he thought about it, but the throw from the right fielder was offline. He probably would have made it.
Probably wouldn't, but the ball was not hit deeply enough
Yeah.
for it to be a safe play. And Crabs having a lot of trouble getting the runs in once they get them on.
Here's Kellen Strom.
I think he stranded 8 last night.
Strom opened this ball game with a booming double, but was stranded at third base. Now the Crabs with the bases loaded, 2 outs, trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the second, and the leadoff batter Strom coming to the plate.
I mean, you get the leadoff batter at second on the first, with nobody out. You should at least get a run out of it.
Crabs would like that and more here. The pitch to Strom, low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. With 2 outs, the Crabs are going to be running on contact. Sorry, Benjamin.
I was just going to say they stranded Strom at third in the first inning after he doubled to lead off the inning, and now they're in danger of leaving the bases loaded without scoring a run.
1-0 to Strom.
Critch doubled to lead off the second.
Working from the stretch. Woods 1-0 offering. Ooh, it hit him. Plunked him in the back. So Kellen Strom picks up an RBI by getting hit by a pitch. That wasn't the hit he might have been looking for, but he'll take it. So the Crabs keep the bases loaded with a 2 down. They have now plated one. It's a 2-1 ball game. And Coco Figueredo coming to the bat. The catcher McCormick out to have a word with Michael Wood, trying to settle him down.
Hey, don't forget to purchase your 50/50 ticket.
And get a little upset by hitting a batter and forcing in a run.
Well, his own error hurt him too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's an unearned run because that error would have been the second out of the inning.
All right, Figueredo, switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Wood. Crab runners take their leads from first, second, and third. The pitch to Figueredo is low, 1-0. So an error, a walk, and a hit batter have all contributed to the Crabs getting a run here in the home half of the second. The 1-0 to Figueredo. Down low, 2-0. So suddenly the plate doing a bit of a dance for stud starter Michael Wood. He's walked and hit a batter this inning. He's behind here, 2-0. The pitch to Figueredo. High pop up on the infield. Catcher comes over in foul ground and makes the catch.
Unbelievable.
For the third out. So Figueredo pops to the catcher and the Crabs strand 3. However, they get 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error and 3 left. And at the end of 2 complete, it's the Studs 2 and the Crabs 1. You're listening to Crabs Baseball. KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. You know, on Tuesday mornings, Hoke and I enjoy spending our time at Food for People in Eureka. And that's the local food bank where we help dispense food to folks who need it. And it's a really good time, and it's a really worthy thing to do. And if you're listening, might consider it.
If you're looking for a place to volunteer, Food for People always needs volunteers. It is a great atmosphere.
It's a great atmosphere.
Wonderful atmosphere.
And we can always use donations as well. And you can call them at 445-3166 in the 707 area code.
All right. Milch's first pitch to start the third inning to Cody Banks is a fastball taken for a called strike one. The 0-1 curveball and a beauty in there for a called strike two, 0-2. Banks was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat in the first inning. He's the only batter that Milch has fanned thus far. The 0-2, breaking ball,
nice.
Strike three, swinging, one down. So Banks down on strikes for the second time, and that'll bring up Brennan Hancock. Benjamin and I mentioned last night, this young man just looks like a hitter. He steps into that batter's box, and he's got hit all over him. He grounded out short to first in the first, swings through that pitch, 0-1.
He's just confident.
Yeah, he's got that
And he's confident
swagger.
over at first, too. He just is confident.
He's a ball player.
Yep.
Takes that pitch just a bit outside, 1-1. Hancock, left-handed hitter. Big guy, about 6'3". The 1-1 pitch, a beauty but a little high. Over but high, 2-1. The 2-1 waved at and missed. 2-2. Two pitches grounded down to the first baseman. He's got it. He'll go to the bag himself. Chase Larson makes the play unassisted. Nice play. 2 down. Are we doing barbecued oysters tonight, or this afternoon in the ballpark? I don't know if we are.
I don't see any oysters being barbecued.
No, they were thinking about it, but I guess they weren't able to put it together. You can certainly get a bunch of oysters up till about 5 o'clock over in the plaza.
You got all different kinds of oysters.
Here's McCormick, and the first pitch is grounded foul past the third base coach, strike one. Oh, and 1 to Ken McCormick. He singled and scored the first of 2 runs plated by the Studs last inning. Line drive into center field, moving over under it and making the catch is Kellen Strong for the third out. So the Studs go out in order in the third, nothing across, and at the end of 2.5, it remains Studs 2, Crabs 1. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Studs 2 and the Crabs 1, and I direct your attention left side of the field, where they're going to dress like a crab in the relay. That's right, it's dress like a crab relay. As they get the finish line set up here. Here on Wear Your Favorite Jersey Day at Arcadia Ballpark.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Humboldt Mortgage. Oh, we already did that one. Thanks to Slice of Humboldt Pie. At Slice of Humboldt Pie, everything's made in-house and is fresh, hot and ready for takeaway or dine-in. Slice of Humboldt Pie is located just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street. Order online or at the Slice of Pie Humboldt app and get 10% off your first order.
It's tough to read that ad when you don't have a piece of Humboldt pie to eat right next to you because it's so good. You just read that ad and you conjure visions of that piece of
It is
cherry
delicious.
pie.
It is really delicious stuff.
Middle third of the Crabs order, the heart of the lineup here in the third inning.
I
To
think
face Michael Wood.
we have lots of rules in the park.
Yeah.
I think another rule should be people cannot go whoop woo when the pitcher is warming up and the catcher's throwing back.
Automatic ejection,
I
would
think
you
that should just
suggest?
be automatic
Yeah,
ejection.
he's a tough guy.
I can't bear it.
All right, we're ready to go. Woo, 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 in the third inning. Connor Blair to lead it off. He was a strikeout victim in the first. Right-handed hitter. Michael Wood rocks into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball stays up 1-0.
Play for your Humboldt Crabs, number 13, Connor Blair.
Blair will be followed by McCarthy Tatum and Jackson Critch. The 1-0. Fastball in there, right down the heart of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Crabs have 2 base hits, both of them lead-off doubles. Strom was stranded at third base. Jackson Critch made it home. The 1-1 to Blair. Misses wide, 2-1. That was really a gift run the Crabs got in the second inning.
Yeah,
Pitcher
it was. Unearned run.
error.
Yeah.
And then the pitcher brought in the run with the hit batter. The 2-1. That's right down the pike, 2-2. I cannot read Connor's name on the back of his jersey. It's just very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And there is a number there, too. That's a little easier to read. So if you got
But when you try to read the number, you feel as if you're falling into a vortex.
the whirlpool.
It's freaking me out.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball on 2 hops to the third baseman. He's up with it. The throw costs a diamond in time for the out. Blair grounds out third to first to start the third inning, and that'll bring up McCarthy Tatum.
Next up to bat for your Crabs, number 22, McCarthy Tatum.
Big right-handed hitter.
Struck out in his first at bat.
And the pitch. That hit him. Plunked him in the arm.
That was the curve. Got
Was
away
the
from
curve,
him.
and oh boy, he is wiggling that arm. Might have hit him right around the elbow. Trainer out to look. Now he's going to be okay. All right, so McCarthy trots down to first base. That's the second batter that Wood has plunked. He's certainly not trying to do it. Obviously not trying to do it when he had the bases
That
loaded.
obviously got away from him.
Yeah, and that one got away, so no intent at all. Crabs now with a runner at first, 1 out, and that'll bring up Jackson Critch.
Enriquez.
No, this is Jackson Critch.
Number 4, number Jackson Critch.
Critch doubled and scored the only run of the ball game for the Crabs last inning. Wood at the set. The pitch to Critch. High pop up out of play. Back into the crowd. No balls and a strike to the right-handed hitting second baseman Jackson Critch. Oh, and 1 the count now to Critch. Tatum takes his lead at first. Wood comes to the plate. The runner goes. The pitch is fouled out of play. So the Crabs employing the hit and run. So it's 0-2 now to Critch. At the set. Tatum dives back into first as Wood throws over to Arrington. That's the first time this afternoon either pitcher has thrown to a base.
I don't think anybody did last night.
Wood ahead on the count, 0-2 to Critch. Again throw to first, and again diving safely back is Tatum. With Jackson O'Boy joining the club today, we now have 2 players with the first name of Jackson. Critch and O'Boy. 0-2 to Critch. The pitch in the dirt, throw back to first base. Tatum is back. So McCormick throwing behind the runner at first. Tatum back standing, and the count, a ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Critch. Tatum edges off. Again, throw to first. Crowd's going to start getting on him now. Visiting pitcher goes to the bag, first base 2 or 3 times, and then it becomes a heckle crowd time. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed pitch. Critch down on strikes. That is the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Michael Wood.
Next up, number 40, Ramon Enriquez.
Ramon Enriquez to the bat. Ramon was caught looking in the second inning, and he did not dispute the call.
He didn't even wait for it to finish crossing the plate.
He was just fooled by the pitch, and he knew he lost that battle. From the set, the pitch fouled off to the right and out of the park, out onto F Street. It's 0-1. We're keeping a close eye on McCarthy Tatum at first base. And I imagine the studs are as well. We know Michael Wood is. He's already thrown over there 4 times. Here's the 0-1 now to Ramon Enriquez. Throw back to first base by the catcher, and again, Tatum back standing. The pitch was a ball, and the count even at 1-1.
They keep throwing behind the runner. I guess they're not listening to the baseball tip of the day.
You never do that.
He may take an extra base, leading to an unnecessary run.
1-1 the count. The pitch. Fastball outside. 2-1 the count. A brilliant Oyster Day Saturday in Humboldt County. And a lot of slurping and guzzling going on in the plaza this afternoon. I mean, they get a huge crowd. The 2-1. Inside, runner goes. The throw to second base is going to go into center field. Going on to third base is McCarthy Tatum. So that'll be an error on the catcher. Credit to Tatum with a stolen base and an error allowing him
Correct.
to go to third.
Precisely.
The count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Ramon Enriquez. The Crabs tying run 90 feet from home with 2 down in the bottom of the third. From the stretch, Wood's 3-1 pitch fouled off to the right again, same spot. It's 3-2. From the set. Payoff pitch to Enriquez. Hot shot to the shortstop on one hop. His throw to first in time to get Ramon Enriquez. He hit it hard, but right at Zoba, who made the play and denied the Crabs in the third inning. No runs. There was no hits. There was an error and 1 left. And at the end of 3 complete, it's the Studs 2 and the Crabs 1. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Rica. Harper Motors has been serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used. Look for the carousel 2 miles north of Eureka, or visit us online at harpermotors.com. Harper Motors is donating $50 to District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season. Here we go into the top of the 4th inning for all the action, the Professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hoke. It'll be Arrington, Cheney, and Zoba for the Studs here in the top of the 4th inning. And the first pitch from Jared Milch is taken inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Arrington singled and scored in the 2nd inning. That's when the Studs got both of their runs. The next pitch is high. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Seattle. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. And here's the next pitch is a fastball away. 2-1 now then to Arrington. And the next pitch, that's a strike right over the heart of the plate. Two and two. Milch rocks and comes home. A slider swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 for Milch.
Big shout out to Ryan M. of Chicago, Illinois, the best boyfriend, brother, and son anyone could ask for. Thanks for being a rock star. At the plate for the Studs, number 3, Henry Cheney.
Here's Henry Cheney. Sacrifice bunt in the second, but he made it to first on an error by Oh Boy behind the. He takes the first pitch high, 1-0. Next pitch is popped high in the air on the right side. Critch under it and has it for out number 2. Matt Zoba will be the hitter.
Next up, number 29, Matt Zola.
Zoba walked his first appearance. And the pitch to Zoba, the fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. The 0-1 is hit over the mound out towards short, and that's going to make it into center field for a base hit. So 2-out single for Matt Zoba. He's at first for Jacob Hirsch. That is the 3rd hit of the game for the Studs.
Next up, number 4, Jacob Hirsch.
Hirsch sacrifice fly in his first appearance. And there's a slider taken for a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Took something off and had him way out in front. A big cut from Hirsch there, and it's 0-2. 2 outs, runner at first, 2-1. Seattle in the top of the 4th inning. 2nd of 3 this weekend with the Seattle Studs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball rides high. A ball and 2 strikes. And the next pitch is hammered into right field for a base hit. He hung that one a little bit. Breaking pitch got out over the plate. Hirsch did hit it off the end of the bat a little bit. It was not hit as hard as it sounds, maybe, but still, he puts runners on first and second with 2 outs for Connor Bowe.
Number 6,
Kyle Bowe. Two outs, first and second. Big spot in the game here. Crabs trailing 2-1. Milch sets and deals a fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled up against the screen. So Milch is ahead of Bowe, 0-2.
Daniel Webster of Venice Beach. Welcome to Arcata Ballpark.
0-2 pitch. Outside. Notes comes in 0-2, and there's a high hopper out towards short. Throw to second for the force, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left at the end of 3.5. It's 2-1 in favor of the Studs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Crabs. Chase Larson, Jackson O'Boy, and Wesley Gone Gibson. Michael Wood.
World's greatest first base umpire, Don Folfack.
You want tickets here? Oh, this was right here.
That's for you.
Oh, okay.
That was with the shout out.
So here's Larson, aboard on an error by Wood in his last at bat. Crabs have stranded 5 runners in 3 innings.
Crabs, number 19, Chase Larson.
Here's the pitch. And Larson takes fastball high.
I guess I'm going to feel compelled to send a letter to Chase's college coach explaining that 1 out should have been recorded as a hit.
Why in the world do you think that was a hit is baffling to me.
Base knock.
2-0 the count.
Yeah.
It's Don Wolfacker from you.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a big swing and a miss. 2-1. I mean, it was a 1 hopper right back to the pitcher. It glanced right off his glove.
It was a hard shot, hard 1 hopper that glanced off the top of his glove and was a base hit. That's all. I mean, you know, you're the call. You're the man. I'm just offering a little criticism.
2-1 is a fastball on the outside corner.
We'll be reviewing
2
film
and 2.
after the game. Sending it into the league president.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. There's that slider out of the zone. He got him to chase it.
Did you just do the whole factor?
5th strikeout
Oh, you haven't done it.
For the moment.
now for Wood. And here's Jackson O'Boy. Walked in his first appearance.
Except number 34, Jackson O'Boy. And a shout out. We have an anonymous shout out to first base umpire Don Wolfacker. Shout out to him.
Having a little fun with Don Hofak.
Into the windup and the pitch. Fouled out of play. We might see Don tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if Don showed up in a booth tomorrow. Unless he's umpiring, which case he may show up anyway. 0-1 the count.
Well, that would be fun. It's always good to have Don up here and get an umpire's perspective on the ball game.
He's always such a good interview. He always knows what he wants to talk about when he gets up here. 0-1 count. Fastball misses high. He'll say, "Ask me about between innings." He'll say, "Ask me this question." So I don't even have to think of anything.
Yeah. Interviews himself.
1-1 the count.
Elf piece where you're.
No, it's very helpful for me because I don't know what to ask. I mean, I'm not a good interviewer, and it's very helpful when he has something he wants to talk about.
Right.
I mean, I'm a good critic. That's really my talent.
I noticed that.
The 1-2 misses away, 2-2. And I'm going to ask him about his winter vocation as a Santa Claus. That beard he's got going.
Got a nice beard.
Yeah. Two and two the count. Here's the pitch. Oh, check swing, and the pitch misses away. So the count now is full to Jackson O'Boy. Wesley Gone Gibson on deck. And next pitch is fastball inside. So O'Boy walks for the second time this afternoon. He's over at first with one out, and here's Wesley Gone Gibson, flied to center in his first at bat. From the set, here's the pitch, and it's a fastball. Oh, taken for a strike inside. I don't know. I respectfully disagree. 0-1 the count. Runner takes his lead. Now throw over there. He dives back safely.
My own view, not that you want to hear it at this point, is that was a strike and that umpires don't call enough high inside strikes. Thank you.
Well, that's a view.
That is a view.
And the second part I agree with. There's a slider taken for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2 now to Gone Gibson.
Where was it? Yeah.
That pitch?
0-2 the count. And now another throw to first, and the runner dives back safely. So Wood really worried about the runners over there. I guess it makes sense in a close ball game to score 2-1 and try to keep that runner as close to first as possible. But on the other hand, it seems like quite an expenditure of energy. There's a ball sliced foul over towards the Studs dugout. And it's not as if he shortens up his lead after the toss over there, so it's not entirely clear what the purpose is. At any rate, it's 0-2 now to Gone Gibson. Oh boy, takes his late, and there's a fastball down and away. The runner's hesitated, and now he's going to second, and he's a dead duck by about 5 feet. I don't know what that was about. He got halfway and stopped and then continued, and so that's a caught stealing, and that's the kind of thing that killed the Crabs last night. And 2-6 caught stealing. 2 away. Ouch. You just scratch your head. You know, like what? I'm just baffled by what happened there. So a ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Two and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the backstop. So 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of the 4th, Crabs trailing 2-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Seattle. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. Next one's in the dirt. So the count runs full now to Wesley Gone Gibson with Kellen Strom on deck. And the pitch. Hit foul over towards the Crabs dugout and off the clubhouse.
Father's Day shout out to Bob and Mike. Happy Father's Day, Bob and Mike. Love Paige, Brooke, Zoe, and Zandy.
3-2 the count, 2 outs. Ooh, slider misses high. So Gone Gibson walks. Go back to the top of the order now with Kellen Strom, doubled and hit by a pitch.
Leading the lineup for your Crabs, number 18, Kellen Strom.
Wood sets and deals to Strom, a fastball high. Excuse me. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Down low, it's 2-0. So Michael Wood having some trouble with his control here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He walked O'Boy, he's walked Gone Gibson, and then 2 straight balls, not even close, to Kellen Strom. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Ground ball slowly in the hole on the left side. The shortstop backhands. Long throw to first is not going to be in time. Everybody's safe. So a base hit for Kellen Strom. And that'll bring Coco Figueredo to the bat. He's 0 for 2.
Number 1, Coco Figueredo.
Gone Gibson out at second, Strom at first. Crabs with a chance to tie on a base hit here. They've already left 5 runners on base in 3 innings. Let's see if they can finally break through here, although there are 2 outs. Wood sets, looks out at second, and comes home. And that's line into right field for a base hit. That's going to tie the ball game. Here comes Gone Gibson to score. On his way to third is Strom, and we're tied at 2. Coco Figueredo with a base hit to left field. Just what the doctor ordered.
Big clutch hit by Coco.
Next up, number 13, Connor Blair.
Here's Connor Blair with runners on the corners.
Pitching coach for the Studs out to the mound.
And a big birthday shout out. They're going out to Danny Webster all the way from London, England. Across the pond there, birthday shout out for Danny Webster.
So, lots of gesturing out there. I don't know what he's saying, but
The entire infield now gathered at the mound. All this happened after 2 were out. Gone Gibson walked, a single by Kellen Strom, and then Figueredo's RBI single to tie the ball game.
so here's Blair. He's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. Runners take their leads. from the set. Here's the pitch. Ooh, check swing on a pitch that misses away. He did not go around. One and 0 the count. Crabs have tied the ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a fastball down low, 2-0. So Michael Wood really struggling to find the plate. 2-0 now to Connor Blair. Strom at third, Figueredo at first. From the set, and here comes the pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike. Blair taking all the way there. Two and one. Wood sets and deals. Another strike right down the middle. And now it's 2-2 to Blair. Two good. Evens the count. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 4, we're tied at 2. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. I know. I know. Yeah, and what was he doing? He stopped.
Was he stealing and then he stopped?
That's what it looked like to me. Yeah. I don't know if that bag skipping across the infield had something to do with it or what. There was that bag blowing.
Who can see? I can't see the numbers.
Well, if there's a new pitcher, I'm
Just minutes from both the Pacific Ocean and rugged mountains, Blue Lake Casino and Hotel offers affordable, spacious rooms with views of the gorgeous Mad River and pristine forests filled with coastal redwoods. Take a dip in our outdoor heated swimming pool or our outdoor hot tub. It's open year-round from 10 to 10. Call toll-free 877-BLC to win or visit us at BlueLakeCasino.com, and that's where the Seattle Studs are staying while they're down here playing the Crabs this weekend. Blue Lake Casino.
Nice. Here we go to lead off top of the fifth inning. This will be the top of the order. Landon Riker.
Riker looking for his first hit in the series.
And he hits that one hard, but foul. It's going to make it to the freeway, but it's
not quite.
All the way to the.
Well, foul. Looks like they got 2 sections out in left field, don't they? The play area, and then there's behind the play area. Looks like they got a barbecue or something set
Yeah, it
up
looks
out
like there's
there.
a barbecue, behind there.
And there's a picnic. Look at where Coco's playing at third base.
Yeah, right over
He
by
is
the bag,
really
yeah.
hugging the line. You know, it's the kind of thing you do in a late
Well,
in the ball game.
Noticed, maybe it's easier to dive to his left than it is. I don't know. Figueredo will throw him out for out number 1.
Into Crab's corner. Bold Crabs. Insider interview who has the correct trivia.
Here in the bottom of the fifth inning. With the score tied at 2. And there's a fastball taken from outside corner. Michael Wood out for his 5th inning of work. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Studs. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. These Crabs, I would say these teams are very evenly matched. Here's the next pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Again, 0-2. Wood. Roxanne comes home 0-2 and tried to go to the well again with that pitch and missed away.
You were mentioning Food for People and how we enjoy our time there. And the lovely young lady who is the receptionist who does the intake when people come in.
The 1-2 is a high bounder out towards short. And throw to first will be in plenty of time to record the out.
And she had come to a portion of a Crabs game during the Valley Bears series. She was here for about an hour and then had somewhere else to go, and it was not much of a game. And so I said to her last week, you really ought to come out Friday night because the Crabgrass Band will be here. You'll get the full experience and two great teams. And by golly, she did.
She was here last night. Yep.
Waved up at us at her first full Crabs game, and I'm sure she'll be back for more.
Jackson Critch, who's 1 for 2 with a double, takes the first pitch down and away. It's 1-0. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the fifth. And the next pitch is a slider taken for a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Crabs have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, Benjamin.
Yeah, he's been up for a little while now. I don't know if that's all we're going to see from Milch. 1-1, broken bat. Little looper out towards shortstop. Another nice play by Matt Zoba. 2 away. Ramon Enriquez will be the hitter. He's 0 for 2.
Next up, number 40, Ramon Enriquez.
Well, I can tell they really talked up the wear your jersey day because I see like 2 people in jerseys.
Not too many, huh?
I see one over there, and that's it. I saw one earlier. Here's the pitch. I've seen more on days when they didn't mention it. There's usually more on days when they don't mention it.
Staff wears jerseys,
Yeah,
Got our
Liam's
guys
wearing,
up here.
Liam's wearing some basketball team jersey. I don't know. 1-0 the count. Misses down there.
Trace has got a
2-0.
Giants jersey.
And
That's
of
the
course,
one
see,
I
that's
like
the
to
one.
see.
That's loyalty.
Name of the basketball team.
I think it's the Kings, Sacramento Kings. Basketball is the one where they throw that ball through the hoop, right?
Jeez.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Ramon was going for the downs with
Isn't
that
that
swing.
Bon James or whatever.
Bon.
2-1 the count. Slider is called strike 3. Good pitch. 2-2. Actually, I think the umpire thought it might have been strike 3 because he kind of went through his whole machinations, but it's really only 2-2.
Yeah, they're both grinning. Home plate umpire Michael Cowan.
He sold me. I thought it was strike 3.
All right.
2-2 pitch. Foul tip. Just got a piece of it. Did Enriquez there, and its count stays 2-2. Two and 2 to count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Inning over. Crabs go 1, 2, 3 in the fifth. We're still tied at 2. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs, number 16, Kenton Carruthers, on in relief of Jared Milch. So Milch can't get any decision, right?
Yep, he will go out with no chance of winning, but no chance of losing. He pitched well, but he will have nothing to do with the ultimate outcome. Carruthers comes into the ball game. This is his sixth appearance, all of them in relief. Does not have a record. In 12 innings, he's given up only 7 hits, no earned runs. 12 1/3 innings, and he has struck out 12. The only negative has been he's been a little wild. He has walked 7, but you can't complain when you've pitched 12 1/3 innings without giving up a run.
He's effective wild.
Yeah.
Who was the guy who used to pitch for the Angels years ago?
Oh, Ryan Durn.
Ryan Durham.
Yeah, Ryan Durn. He was about as wild as they come. He'd throw a ball into the backstop
Yeah.
deliberately every time when he came in off the bullpen. Wanted to tell the batters it wouldn't be wise to take a toe hold. All right, McCormick to lead off. Here's Benjamin.
Cormick's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Here's the pitch from Carruthers, and there's a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate for a called strike. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Studs. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. And the next pitch is hit high in the air, foul, out into the bullpen on the right side. So Carruthers now ahead of McCormick 0-2. It is McCormick, Arrington, and Cheney here in the top of the 6th. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, fastball high and tight. He was inclined to go around, but held up. 1-2 the count. Here comes McCormick. That one's hit in the air to center field, right at Strom, and that's one away.
Didn't want Kellen to have to work too hard, did he? Did he move a step?
Yeah, barely. Tanner Arrington will be the hitter. And he takes a big swing and comes up empty. 0-1 the count. Arrington today has singled and scored a run and then struck out in his last at bat. Here's the next pitch. Ooh, a beautiful slider right over the heart of the plate. 0-2. Fastball misses high and away. The 1-2 pitch. Popped high in the air on the left side. Drifting in foul territory. Going back is Figueiredo, and he has it in fair territory for out number 2.
We now have a left-hander throwing in the Crabs bullpen, but the Studs bullpen's still dormant.
Yep. Henry Cheney up to bat. And he takes the first pitch of the slider on the outside corner for a called strike.
Understandable why the bullpen is empty. Wood got the Crabs in order for the first time in the last inning.
The 0-1 is fouled over our heads and out of play. 0-2. Misses down low, 1-2. And there's a fastball down and away, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Studs go 1-2-3 in the 6th. We're still tied at 2. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. the bottom of the order for the Crabs. Chase Larson, Jackson O'Boy, Wesley Gahn, Gibson with the top score tied at 2. Michael Wood out for his 6th inning of work. Oh, and 1 the count. The 0-1 bounces it up there.
Those of you who've watched the game on YouTube will recall Larson hit a vicious ground ball off the glove of the pitcher, and it was ruled an error.
One and 1 the count. It was not just ruled an error, it was an error.
Yeah, no.
1 and 1 the count. Hitting the ground out to short. Oh, a nice grab by the shortstop, Matt Zoba, to keep that ball from going right into center field, and that's 1 away. Zoba's made some fine plays today. He is very quick out there.
Yeah, that was
behind him when he grabbed it. That was on his way past him.
That was ticketed to left field.
So Jackson O'Boy will be the hitter. He's not had an at-bat yet. He's walked twice and then caught stealing on a baffling play last inning when he stopped halfway to second for some reason. There's a ball hit in on the hands and hit out to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So Texas League single, the Crabs will take it.
Little Flair puts the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now we have a right-hander warming in the pen for Seattle. That is Colin Maurer. Colin Maurer warming in the pen for the Studs. Meanwhile, Jackson O'Boy's over at first, and Wesley Gahn Gibson will be the batter. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. And there's a pitch in the dirt. 1-0 the count. No 1-0. Ooh, he's over his head with a breaking pitch. He's hit a couple hitters with the looks like a curveball that he tries to drop in the top part of the strike zone and just has not been successful getting it there. 2-0 the count. O'Boy takes his lead. Here's the 2-0, and that
hit him.
Got just a little bit of his sleeve, and that's a hit by pitch. That's the 3rd hit by pitch from Michael Wood.
And we ought to add, that none of them have been with a fastball. They've been curves, and
that was a
just got away.
fastball, but it just didn't get him. It only hit his sleeve. But the other two, you're right, were just breaking pitches.
I thought that was a slider, but it was a fastball. Huh? Okay.
I think it was you may be right. It looked like a fastball to me. It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell, yeah.
Fastball
and slider, particularly that pitch.
We'll take it. Whatever it was, we'll take it. First and second now for the Crabs with 1 out. And here's Kellen Strom. He is 2 for 2, a double, a single, and hit by a pitch himself.
Maurer is bearing down in the Studs bullpen.
So O'Boy at second, Gahn Gibson at first, 1 out. Studs obviously at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And there's a slider that misses away. Close pitch. But it's 2-0.
Strom has had Wood's number this afternoon. He's singled, he's doubled, he's been hit by a pitch. So hitters count here.
Pitch. Rides high with a fastball, 3-0. From the set, here's the 3-0. Right down the middle for a called strike. The 3-1 to Strom. Misses inside. That's going to load him up.
And that's going to be it, I do believe, for Michael Wood. I have not seen the motion yet to the bullpen. Manager is talking with the pitcher, so maybe he has not determined yet to remove him and go to the pen. Now again, the entire infield coming in, so they want to have a confab about how to play this. Crabs have the bases full of crustaceans with 1 out, and Coco Figueiredo 1 for 3 coming to the bat.
Well, they're not going to change pitchers. So it's going to be Wood against Figueiredo. He's 1 for 3. Oh boy at third, Gone Gibson at second, Strom at first. Tied at 2 in the bottom of the 6th, but the Crabs threatening to take the lead with 1 out. Wood sets, and the pitch to Figueiredo is fouled up against the backstop. Oh, and 1 the count. And the next pitch is a fastball that misses outside. 1-1 now to Figueiredo. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Hammered foul past first base. That's too bad. Just got out in front of it. And it counts a ball and 2 strikes to Coco Figueiredo. Two and 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. 2 away. Connor Blair will be the hitter.
That's Wood's 8th strikeout of the ball game.
Number 13, Connor Blair.
Yeah, and 2 of those have been against Connor Blair, who's 0 for 3.
Well, thus far, Wood has been very tough in the clutch. He's worked his way out of some big jams.
Yeah, he has. So here's Blair with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Misses away. A ball and no strikes to count. The next pitch is a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner at the knees, and it's 1-1.
Umpires in the stands didn't agree with that call.
No, they didn't. No. From the set, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. 1-2. Crabs cannot seem to get the big hit. They're squeeze over a run every couple innings, but it's like extracting teeth. 1-2 the count. Wood sets. Runners take their lead. Here comes the pitch. Outside. 2-2.
Nervous time at the ballpark.
Yes. This is an important spot in the game. Crowds with a chance to take the lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wood taking a long look in. And now Blair asks for time and gets it. Two and two. Here's the pitch. Oh, so close. Just missed. Wood was headed for the dugout. He thought he got Blair. But the ball, I guess, was high.
Yeah, it was definitely over the plate. It must have been just a bit high.
So the count goes full. Nowhere to put him now. We have a huge spot in the game. The runners are going to be moving with 2 outs. Wood sets. Here go the runners. And that's grounded foul past third base. All right, here we go again with the count full and the bases juiced. Runners go. The pitch is hit in the air, shallow right field. That's going to drop. That's going to score 2 runs easily. And the Crabs are going to take a 4-2 lead. A 2-run single by Connor Blair. He didn't hit it hard, just hard enough to get it into the outfield, but the Crabs will take it. O'Boy and Glenn Gibson come in to score. Strom goes to third, and the Crabs lead it 4-2.
And now that's going to be all for Michael Wood. Tough way to come out, to give up a little Texas leaguer with 2 outs. He was almost out of it. He worked his way out of, as we said, worked his way out of a number of jams earlier in this ball game, but a little flare into right field by Connor Blair, and the Crabs have gone up 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we've got a big right-hander coming into the ball game. Number 35, that's Colin Meyer, M-A-I-E-R. A right-hander, 6'3", 225-pound senior at Washington.
Oh, it's somebody else. It's Bass. No, he got it. You're right. You're right.
Okay, I thought I was being corrected by
Colin Meyer.
Okay, it is Colin Meyer. He's a senior at Washington State University. He is a Cougar. Big guy. Got some heft. And he is coming in to face the Crabs cleanup hitter, McCarthy Tatum, who was looking for his first base hit of the series. So he'll be facing Tatum with Kellen Strom at third, Connor Blair at first, and 2 outs in the Crabs' 6th inning. The Crabs now 4 runs on 6 hits. The Studs 2 runs on 4 hits. As Meyer, Colin Meyer takes his warm-up pitches. we will tell you that Solutions for Small Businesses offers bookkeeping services, help with QuickBooks, and full-service payroll. We have 25 years of bookkeeping experience, but we're really more than that. We're like mom for the small business owner. We can help you solve all your problems, and you can feel comfortable telling us about your record-keeping troubles. We will have the solutions for you. Give us a call at 707-267-7923 or inside the Greenway Building at 1385 8th Street, Suite 104 in Arcata, or online at solutions4sb.com. All right.
So here's Connor Blair. He's 0 for 3.
No. Blair just got the hit. Tatum. This is
Oh,
Tatum.
sorry. This is McCarthy Tatum. And the next swing, and a big swing and a miss from Tatum. It's 0-1. So Blair's over at first, and Strong's over at third. Oh, and 1 to count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and in, 1-1. So 4 runs, 6 hits now for the Crabs. 1 error. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Studs. One and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses down low. 2-1.
What it made it a particularly difficult pill for Michael Wood to swallow is he thought he had struck out.
Yes, he did.
Blair on that 2-2 pitch.
It was a close pitch. Here's the 2-1. Fouled out of play. 2-2. Two pitch. And he taps that one in the air. And that's going to make it out onto F Street.
Kind of a check swing on that pitch.
So still the count is 2-2, and still there are runners at first and third with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Hammered foul out into the picnic area. And again, everybody scatters out there.
I think they're saying maybe we ought to have our barbecue in the right field area next time.
Yeah.
Been a couple of shots out there.
That ball was yanked out there. So here we go. One more time. 2-2. And here comes the pitch. Down low. Counts full. Strom and Blair take their leads. Here comes the pitch. Popped in the air on the left side of the infield. Shortstop Zoba is calling for it and has it to end the inning. But the Crabs get 2 big runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 6, they're up 4-2. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Now I just saw a young lady in a
Here, I've got you on, so careful what you say.
I'm on.
Yeah, you're live.
The stream can hear you, so don't say anything bad.
Yeah, I think it is still what's his name.
For others, yeah.
5. Go.
Benjamin and I sure hope you're going to join us tomorrow afternoon for the Father's Day ball game. The Crabgrass Band is going to be here, and so will about 1,000 other folks. So you might want to get here early and get yourself a good seat. Father's Day, always a fun day at the ballpark. Matt Zoba, who has had a heck of a ball game for the Studs. He's been on base twice. He's walked and he's singled, and he has shown us some outstanding play in the field. Right-handed hitter facing Kenton Carruthers for the first time in the ball game. Carruthers' first pitch is fouled behind us, strike one. Zoba will be followed by Jacob Hirsch and Kyle Bowe. We're in the top of the seventh inning, Crabs leading by a 4-2 count. Breaking ball taken for a called strike two on the outside corner. It's 0-2. This is the first time in the series the Crabs have been ahead. Breaking ball got him swinging. Second strikeout for Carruthers since coming on last inning. And that'll bring up Jacob Hirsch. Hirsch, 1 for 1. And in addition to that, he drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. Hirsch, left-handed hitter. Carruthers' first pitch to him is a called strike one. Oh, and 1 to Jacob Hirsch. Carruthers rocks into the windup and the pitch. Fastball outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on an inside pitch. That was probably going to be ball two, but instead it's a 1-2 count now to Jacob Hirsch. We thought with the wind blowing rather briskly, we might see some home run action today. We've had some hard hit balls, but nothing out of the park. Swing and a miss. Ball is dropped, picked up by O'Boy, and he's tagged out for the second out of the inning. That's the third consecutive strikeout for Kenton Carruthers. And with 2 down, it'll bring up Kyle Bowe. Twice, Bowe has hit into fielder's choices. That cannot happen now because the bases are empty. Right-hander versus right-hander. Carruthers deals. Fastball taken for a called strike just above the knees, 0-1. Eric Fox and Matt Filar, 2 Crabs cameramen down there getting the action. Tries to check his swing, but I think he goes around. Yes, he does, and it's 0-2. Carruthers 1 pitch away from striking out the side here in the 7th. We're going to keep it here after this half inning. Misses away. Nope. Check that. We're not. We're not going to keep it here. We'll go back to the studio after this half inning. One and 2 the count. Pitch bounces at the plate. Count even at 2 as home plate umpire Cowan puts a new ball in play. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. A 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air to right field. Moving over under it is Connor Blair. And he puts it away for the 3rd out. The Studs are down in order in the 7th. And at the end of 6 1/2, the score remains the Crabs 4 and the Studs 2. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Time to limber up, folks. Time to limber up for the 7th stretch.
No, man, I shouldn't.
Oh, it ain't great to be old, but it's better than being dead. What's that guy's shirt say on that guy? See the guy with the orange hat down there? Get your hands out of my wallet.
Stay victorious, my
And the
friends.
front of his shirt says something funny. Stay victorious, my friends.
Instead of stay thirsty.
Where's your purse? Okay. All right. Well, it's wear your favorite team's T-shirt day or shirt day, and the gentleman has one that says, "I don't often hate, but when I do, I prefer to hate the Los Angeles Dodgers." Yeah, he's in the giant black and orange. All right. Krabbies coming to bat in the home half of the seventh inning. It'll be Jackson Critch, Ramon Enriquez, and Chase Larson. Critch, 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He doubled and scored the first Crabs run back in the second inning. He takes a fastball for a strike. Colin Meyer out for his second inning of work. Actually, he came in the sixth inning. He didn't work the full inning. Right-hander versus right-hander. Meyer's next pitch is hit in the air to center field and deep. The center fielder back to the warning track to the wall. He looks up. It's off the wall. Grounding second, and he's going to head for third is Critch. Here comes the long throw in, and he's in there standing. A booming lead-off triple by Jackson Critch. That's Jackson's second extra base hit on the afternoon, and he has just been tearing it up in recent ball games. And now the infield, you would think, would come in, but the second baseman and shortstop are still back. I can't believe that. They're already trailing by 2. We got a runner on third with nobody out. Now the second baseman and shortstop are coming in too. Okay, that makes sense. First pitch is grounded. Oh, does it hit it hits the runner, but I think he was in foul territory, so it's a foul ball. Had Critch been on the other side of the baseline, he would have been out on that play because the ball hit him, but it was a foul ball, so no harm. Even though it is a foul, it's no harm, no foul on the foul. I fouled that one up. All right, no balls and a strike to Enriquez. Ramon looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Right-handed hitter facing the right-hander Colin Meyer. Working from the stretch. Meyer comes home. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Ramon would like a fly ball deep enough in the outfield to bring home Jackson Critch. Meyer's set and the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He looks the runner back to third and throws across the diamond to retire Enriquez. 1 down. That'll bring up Chase Larson.
Here he is, the bat boy, Mason Kamen.
Chase looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Again, the infield in all the way around. Crabs trying to add some insurance here in the bottom of the seventh. They lead 4-2. The pitch to Larson. Chase swings and fouls it back. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 to Chase Larson. Colin Meyer looks into McCormick, comes to the plate, and inside, almost hit Chase. It's 1-1. 3 Crabs have already been plunked this afternoon. One of them forced in a run. The 1-1 pitch to Larson. Fastball inside corner for a called strike 2. It's 1-2. Myers set, the 1-2. Fly ball into left field and deep. The left fielder going back to the warning track to the wall. It's off the wall. Larson rounds first. He heads to second. The center fielder gets the ball on the bounce. A double, a booming RBI double for Chase Larson. Oh, that was a big one. So the Crabs pick up that insurance run. It's now 7-4. And Chase Larson hit it a ton that time. So Chase Larson standing on second base. The second extra base hit of the inning off of Colin Meyer. There is no activity in the Studs bullpen, so Meyer is there on his own at least for a while. Jackson Aboy has been on base all 3 times this afternoon in his Crabs debut.
Next up, number 14, Wesley Gahn.
He walked twice and singled and scored in his last at bat last inning.
At the plate, number 34, Jackson O'Boy.
All right, Larson standing at second, 1 out. And the pitch to O'Boy. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 1. One other Crabs player that joined the team while they went on that brief 2-game road trip to Reading. Next pitch is taken just outside. And that was Santiago Cantu. And Cantu is listed as an infielder. So what did he do? He pitched 4 shutout innings to get the win Thursday night. Fastball is inside, 2-1. And Santiago likes to go by Chagi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. We're going to find out for sure. It's Chagi. He has not played in this game. 2-1 the count to O'Boy. Larson leads it off a second. Cody Banks trying to keep him close to the bag. Meyer comes to the plate. Little flare into short center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Moving over to third is Larson. He had to hold up. Didn't know how long that ball would stay airborne. So the Crabs now a home run away from the cycle this inning as a team. They've had a single, a double, and a triple. They've got runners at the corners now with 1 out. And that'll bring up Wesley Gahn Gibson.
Next up, number 14, Wesley Gahn Gibson.
Wesley 0 for 1 officially. He flew out to the right fielder back in the second inning, but since then he's walked and scored and been hit by a pitch and scored. Giving it up for the team. The pitch to him is taken for a called strike. Fastball inside part of the plate, and the count now, no balls and a strike to Gibson. Gahn Gibson. Ghan hyphen Gibson. Wesley Gahn Gibson. Meyer at the set. The pitch, he's bunting, and it's a good bunt. Pitcher's got it. His only play to first. The squeeze works. So credit Gibson with an RBI on a sacrifice bunt. On the play, Larson scores, and O'Boy moves to second base.
Next up, number 18, Kellen Strong.
So we've got a runner at second now with 2 outs, 2 big runs in this half inning, and it's now 6-2 Crabs, and we go to the top of the order in Kellen Strawn. 495 happy Crabs fans here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The first pitch is a high strike, 0-1 to Kellen Strom. Strom has not been retired all afternoon. He has been hit by a pitch. He's walked, he's singled and doubled. He's driven in a run. And a heck of an afternoon. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Convenient hop, the throw to first in time to retire Strawn and the Crabs, but not before they come up with 2 big insurance runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left, and at the end of 7 now, it's the Crabs 6 and the Studs 2. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka. Kenton Carruthers out for his third inning of work, I do believe. It's just so difficult to read either the names or numbers on these new uniforms. It's not just me. Everybody in the booth is saying they're colorful, but hard to denote who's wearing what uniform. Carruthers has faced 6 batters, and he has retired 6 batters. What do we got? Oh, McCarthy Tatum now replacing Carruthers on the mound. Okay.
So who's in left? That's possible
On
to
the
tell
mound
from
for
here.
your Humboldt Crabs, number 22, McCarthy Tatum.
Hey, up! No idea who's in left.
Well, we don't know who's in left field.
At the plate for the Seattle Studs, number 10, Landon.
McCarthy Tatum on the mound. Landon Riker, the leadoff batter in the inning and the leadoff batter for the Studs, fouls the first pitch back onto the screen, strike 1. Riker still looking for his first hit in the series. 0 for 3 this afternoon. Right-hander versus right-hander. And the pitch is lashed into left center field. Coming over and making a running catch is the left fielder, whoever it is.
Whoever it is in left field that made a fine effort out there.
A nice running catch by the left fielder, and we have no idea who it is.
Can't read their names or their numbers on the uniforms.
Next up, number 14.
They ought to let
One
me
down.
design the uniforms. They really ought to leave it to me.
You want to take that responsibility too?
I would like to take that. I would be into that. Yeah.
Banks hits the first pitch, backhanded by the shortstop on the outfield grass. Throw to first, not nearly in time. So that's an infield single for Banks. His first hit of the afternoon. A 1-out single, and that'll bring up Brennan Hancock. Hancock has been held in check this afternoon, 0 for 3, getting his first look at McCarthy Tatum, who's moved into the mound from left field. Ground ball over the mound. Shortstop's got it, throws to second for 1. The relay to first for a double
done.
play. Fine play. 6-4 to 3 DP, and the Studs are quickly gone in the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 7.5, the Crabs leading 6-2.
5 new beautiful baseball fans here at the ballpark today.
Where do you go from here, Alyssa?
Home.
Go home?
Then we have a few weeks at home because the family.
Pitcher. A new pitcher on the mound for the
The same guy.
Studs.
This is Collins. This is Colin Meyer. Still 36.
Oh, okay. I had the wrong number down here. I had 35. All right, so Meyer will be facing Coco Figueredo, Connor Blair, and McCarthy Tatum. Crabs looking to even this series, having lost last night by a 3-2 count. It'll be Coco Figueredo, Connor Blair, and McCarthy Tatum.
First up at bat for the Crabs, number 1, Coco Figueredo.
Coco 1 for 4 this afternoon. Colin Meyer still on the mound for the Studs, and there's no one in the bullpen. Coco shows bunt and takes a strike. Third baseman Bo charging in. The pitch to Figueredo, a strike called on the outside corner. And it's 0-2. Meyer working exclusively from the stretch position. He is not a quick worker. The 0-2 popped behind us, out of play. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Big giveaways tomorrow, too, at the ballpark. I mean,
Oh, yeah?
some serious merchandise.
Like what?
Like big items from the big hammer.
I like
Next
that big.
pitch just a little bit low, 1 and 2.
I like that big hammer.
Well, Pearson's
They're going to give away the big hammer. I would love to have that
yeah,
big hammer.
you'd
in
like
front
to
of
have
my-
that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hammer and Benjamin. The 1-2 just misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I just think it would really add a flair to my house. That giant hammer right over the roof.
It would. It would.
You know.
It would be a
That'd be cool.
it would be a talking point. In
And
the
if I get
neighborhood.
hold of that Paul Bunyan down up there on the Avenue of the Trees.
The next pitch is waved down and missed. Off-speed pitch had Coco out in front. 1 down. That'll bring up Connor Blair. Oh, Connor Blair. Got to be considered the hitting hero of the afternoon. Oh, yeah, he was 0 for 3 coming up in the 6th inning with 2 outs and the bases jammed. And what did Connor do? He knocked in 2 runs that put the Crabs ahead by a 4-2 count. They've since added 2 more, so it's 6-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Right-hander's pitch to Blair, and he waves at a high hard one, strike 1. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon, Pearson Building Center is going to have a drawing for lots of good prizes, and the North Coast Co-op is providing a basket full of goodies in another prize drawing. The next pitch, swing and a miss, big cut, it's 0-2. Also, Barry Smith Construction logo hats are going to be thrown to the crowd between innings and after about the 7th inning, I guess, and tote bags are going to be distributed to fans at the gate. All kinds of goodies for Father's Day tomorrow, and we sure hope you'll join us. 0-2 the count now to Connor Blair. And the pitch bounces at the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Mayer ahead of Connor Blair. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the Crabs' 8th inning. They lead 6-2. Long fly ball to left, but it's going to be foul. That's going to be on the freeway for sure. Yeah. All right. Long enough, but not straight enough. So it's just a long foul ball, and it remains a 1-2 count.
Oh, I just heard sad news. Krusty will not be in the park today.
Ground ball down to the third baseman. Up with it there is Bo. His throw across the diamond in the dirt. And
That's an error on the third baseman.
not dug out in time. So the throw was low. A nice play by Arrington to dig it out, but did not have possession of it prior to Connor Blair crossing the bag. So that's going to be called an error on the third baseman, Bo. E5 on your scorecard. That's the 3rd error of the ball game for the Studs. Now the umpires are conferring, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe the argument is that he scooped it up and that should have been an out call. Nope, it's going to stay as it was. Safe is the call. The manager of the Studs arguing with first base umpire Hofacker. Now he has something to say to the home plate umpire Cowan, but he is heading back to the dugout having lost that mini rhubarb. Here's McCarthy Tatum. Tatum made a nice fielding play in left field. Pitched a 1-2-3. Well, a double play helped him out, but pitched an 8th inning that's good. But McCarthy has had a devil of a time at the plate this series. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. McCarthy 0 for 3 today. He was 0 for 4 yesterday.
No, they just put him in the pitcher spot. I don't know who's in left field.
From the set, the pitch. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. It's 1-1.
That was a good pitch.
1 out, 1 on. Long look into his catcher, Ken McCormick. Meyer kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 490, nearly 500 folks enjoying Crabs baseball this afternoon. We expect about double that for Father's Day afternoon tomorrow. Regular game time, 2:30. Excuse me, 12:30. 12:30. 12:30. 2:30 today. 12:30 tomorrow. The pitch. Swing, and does he get it? Yep, he does not. Misses. So Tatum down on strikes. 2 down. And that'll bring up Jackson Critch.
Next up, number 4, Jackson Critch.
Critch doubled in the second and scored the first Crabs run. Tripled to start off of the 7th and scored the 5th Crabs run. Crabs leading 6-2. 2 outs and a runner on first, and the pitch to Critch is an off-speed breaking ball for a called strike 1. If you're looking ahead to the Studs' 9th inning, they got the heart of their order coming up, the middle 3, to face McCarthy Tatum. The pitch to Critch is fouled off to the right and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 to Jackson Critch. The pitch. Ground ball foul over by the Crabs dugout. So it remains 0-2. Chase Larson and Jackson Critch came up to just below the booth prior to the game to put in a dollar request, kind of joking with shortstop Wesley Gone Gibson. So something was said over the public address system, all in good taste and fun. Nice to meet those 2 gentlemen. Foul ball again over by the Crabs dugout. Heads up over there, Crabs. We'll do it again, 0-2. Blair on at first with 2 away. Meyer set. The 0-2 pitch. Bounces away from the catcher. And on the wild pitch, Blair will move to second base. Wild pitch. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Critch. Meyer taking a long time. Now he's set. The 1-2 pitch. Just a bit high on the breaking ball, 2-2. Meyer was headed to the dugout. That's the second time they've had a pitch over the plate but high, and they thought they had the 3rd strike, and they haven't. 2-2 the count now to Critch. And the pitch. Ooh, almost hit him. Fastball backed him off the plate, and it is 3-2. 3-2 to Critch. And the pitch. Ground ball foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Three and 2 to Critch. Blair takes his lead at second. No one's paying him any mind. The payoff pitch to Critch. Inside again with a hard pitch, and he walks. So Critch trots down to first base. And who is this? Is this Enriquez?
No.
No.
Bronson Krabs.
Bronson Grubbs pinch hitting for Ramon Enriquez.
Pitching Bronson Grubbs.
Right-hander. And the pitch to Grubbs. Fly ball into right field. The right fielder's got a beat on it. In front of the warning track, he gathers it in for the third out. For the Crabs, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left. And at the end of 8 complete, the score is the Crabs 6 and the Studs 2. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. How did you know that was Grubbs? Could you read it?
Binoculars.
With binocs.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was all about Big League Chew.
Gee, we can go home and watch the Dodgers Giants tonight. It's on Fox, isn't it? I think it's on Fox at 5 o'clock.
When it's on Fox, that means I have to listen to the horrible national announcers instead of Krupp and Kite. Like,
They used to have, you know who they used to have? They used to have John Miller and Joe Morgan. They got rid of those guys to bring in these three. No, I don't understand it.
I remember on Saturdays when it used to be Joe and Vin.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Garagiola and Vin Scully. I love that.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. We're just reminiscing about announcers on television, the days when the Dodgers or when the national broadcast had Joe Garagiola and Vin Scully. That was a pretty good team. I remember John Miller and Joe Morgan was a pretty good team. Anyhow, tonight at 5 o'clock, the Dodgers and Giants are going to be doing battle. Ken McCormick, Tanner Arrington, and Henry Cheney, the middle of the order for the Studs, as they try and overcome a 4-run deficit here in the top of the ninth. And the first pitch from McCarthy Tatum is a breaking ball for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch lined into the right center field. That's going to be in there for a base hit and maybe more, and it's going to go almost to the wall. Far enough for McCormick to trot into second base with a leadoff double. That's the 6th hit of the ball game for the Studs. 2 6 and 3 for the Studs. 6 9 and 1 for the Crabs. Here is Tanner Arrington, a single in 3 trips. Left-handed hitter. Tatum's pitch taken for a called strike, inside corner just above the knees, 0-1. Arrington didn't like that call. Walks a few feet away, now gets back into the box. Tatum gets the sign from a boy. And the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt to the backstop. And moving over to third on the wild pitch is McCormick. Count even now, a ball and a strike to Arrington. Tatum's next pitch is high and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Tatum going from the windup with a runner on third. That pitch is fouled back to the screen. Count even at 2. Tatum rocks into the windup, and the 2-2 pitch over but low, and the count goes full. The 3-2 offering. Lined into left field for a base hit. Hustling over for it is the Crabs left fielder, rounding first and holding there with an RBI single is Tanner Arrington. So it's a 6-3 ball game. Studs not going easily into the night.
I'd get someone up in the bullpen.
No one throwing
Right
into
now.
Cab's pen. Here is Henry Cheney.
He's kind of wild, and he's started up a couple of pitches now.
First pitch is high with a fastball, 1-0. Cheney 0 for 2 on the afternoon. That pitch is wild, and it goes to the backstop. Another wild pitch, second of the inning. Arrington now in scoring position at second base.
I got a bad feeling here.
Heard someone in the background. Where's Jay Wagner when we need him? Wagner, the supreme relief pitcher for the Crabs last season, led the team with, I don't know, dozen saves, and he was almost unhittable. So the count is 2-0 to Cheney.
Someone is headed down to the bullpen now. It looks like.
McCarthy Tatum comes to the plate. High with a fastball, 3-0. And quickly we're getting some action out in the Crabs bullpen. The 3-0 pitch, the automatic is right down the heart of the plate. It's 3-1. Three and one to the legacy player, Henry Cheney. Swing and a miss. That would have been ball 4. Fastball was outside and low, but he induced Cheney to go for it. Now the count goes full. Big pitch here, really. Here comes the 3-2. Got him swinging. Got him with the heater. 1 down. That'll bring up Matt Zoba. Zoba.
Next up, number 29, Matt Zoba.
Zoba, right-handed hitter. The pitch to him is taken for a call. It's strike 1. Zoba 1 for 2. He's also walked and driven in a run. And played some outstanding shortstop. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball broke into the dirt and the count even at 1. From the set. The pitch. Ground foul over by the on-deck batter, and the count now 1-2. One and 2 to Zoba. Long look into a boy, and the pitch. Breaking ball just misses. 2-2. Tatum set. The 2-2 offering. Ground ball on one hop to the second baseman. He bobbles, picks it up, throws to first. In time. Whoa, nice way to stay with it by Jackson Critch. It bounced off his glove, but he kept in front of it, and a quick throw to first to retire Zoba. That's a big out. Now there are 2 down. The Crabs 1 out away from evening this series. It's Jacob Hirsch, who is 1 for 2. He also drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. Left-handed batter. McCarthy Tatum tries to close it out here. Pitch is taken for a fastball for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Tatum is not in a save situation as the team was up by 4 runs. They're now up by 3, but they were up by 4 at the start of the inning. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. So 1 strike away, McCarthy Tatum. Tatum working from the stretch this time with a runner on third. The pitch misses wide, 1-2. 1-2 to Hirsch. Runner at third, 2 down. Crabs leading 6-3. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul over by the visitors' dugout, so we'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Tatum at the set. The 1-2. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2, 2 outs. The pitch. High, ball 3. Kyle Bowe in the on-deck area, hoping like heck to get a chance to get to the plate and represent the tying run. The 3-2 offering, ball 4, and that's what's going to happen. So a 2-out walk puts runners at the corners, and Kyle Bowe coming to the bat.
Here comes Robin.
And the Crabs are now gathered around McCarthy Tatum on the mound. There is no one throwing in the bullpen. There was earlier, but he stopped throwing. I don't know if he's ready or not, but there's now a Crab heading out to the bullpen.
There now, yeah.
There's not going to be a
he
change
stopped after
here.
they got 2 outs.
So the conference is breaking up. The number 9 hitter in the Studs order, Kyle Bowe, to the bat. He represents the potential tying run. The Studs with runners at the corners and 2 outs, trailing 6-3 here in the top of the 9th. Right-hander versus right-hander. Tatum from the set. The pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike 1. At the set, Tatum's pitch. Line 2 off the first baseman's glove and down the right field line. 1 run is coming in. The 2nd run is being held at third base. The throw to second base, not going to be in time. So that'll be a base hit for Bowe, an RBI.
A double.
That'll be a double for Bowe. Hirsch stops at third, and suddenly it's a 6-4 ball game.
Well,
with the tying run
runs
at second base in
in
scoring position.
Yep.
And here is Landon Riker with a chance to tie this baby up. Riker still looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 4. A couple of fine plays by Crabs left fielders have kept him off the base path. Fastball taken for a called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. From the set, the 0-1 pitch. Line drive into center field for a base hit, and this is going to tie the ball game, I do believe. Here's the throw. There's not a play at the plate, and this game is tied. What a comeback by the Studs here in the 9th inning. A 2-run RBI by Landon Riker. What a time to get his first base knock of the series. And this game is tied, and now Guyver is going to the mound. The damage has been done.
What did I say? What did I say?
You said you had a bad feeling.
I said I had a bad feeling, and I said at the beginning when he gave up the second hit, I said they need to get somebody up right now and get him out of there.
So Tatum going to the bench, and we got a new pitcher coming in. Did you get a number on the new fella? We're going to have binoculars to see the name or number of the pitcher coming in with these new uniforms. So it looks like there's going to be another change. It's 24 Najib Brush coming in.
Andrew Najib Brush.
Andrew Najib Brush coming in the 9th inning with 2 men out and a runner at first base. And the Crabs, who thought they had this one in the bank,
I didn't. I said they need to get somebody up right away. Because he's all over the place and he's moving pitches.
The last three batters, a walk, a double, and a single, this is all after two were outs.
Yep.
Crabs led by 4 going into this inning. But McCarthy Tatum could not hold it. And now Najee Brush brought in to try and keep things even. For the Crabs in the home half of the ninth, it'll be the bottom third of the batting order. All right, here's Cody Banks.
Next up, number 14, Cody Banks.
Banks 1 for 4 this afternoon. Right-handed hitter. Andrew Najee Brush on the mound. The pitch, fastball high, 1-0. Najee Brush at the set. The pitch, fastball inside, 2-0.
Andrew Najee Brush, 12 innings pitched. He's given up 6 runs, 3 of which were earned, walked 4, and struck out 18.
The next pitch is taken for a ball. Throw down to first base. It gets away from the first baseman, no advance. So a boy throwing behind the runner, but to no avail, and the count 2-1. The pitch was a strike. 2-1 to Banks. Najee Brush, back foot on the rubber. Chase Larson holding the runner on at first. Brush is set. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike 2 on the inside corner. Banks shaking his head, no, it wasn't the strike, but the scoreboard says it was. 2-2 the count. At the set. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball just foul outside of third. Now, Coco Figueiredo playing close to the line makes sense. You do not want to have a double in this situation to bring that lead run home from first base. So you hug the line. 2-2 the count to Banks. Najee Brush is set. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 on the outside corner. And that'll do it for the Studs in the 9th inning. But what a big 9th inning it is. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 8.5, we're tied at 6. You're listening to Exciting Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia, Eureka.
The pitcher on the mound for Seattle with the score tied at 6 in the bottom of the 9th. It's Anthony Brady.
What's his number?
19.
All right. Anthony Brady, right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 205-pound senior from Northern Colorado University. I think we saw him last night in some capacity because you made some mention of the Brady Bunch.
I did, yes.
So how did we see him? Was he pitching?
I think he might have pitched last night.
Yeah, must have been. All right. Crabs.
Yeah, he came in the pitch.
Saw their seemingly insurmountable 4-run lead erased in the top of this frame Seattle Studs fighting back to tie it. The Crabs will send up Chase Larson, Jackson O'Boy, and Wesley Gone Gibson. Chase Larson, a big double, drove in a run in the 7th inning.
Coming to the plate for your Humboldt Crabs, number 19, Chase Larson.
Chase 1 for 4 on the afternoon. Infield back all the way around for the Studs. Anthony Brady on the mound, and the first pitch from Brady is fouled off, strike 1. Brady going to be working exclusively from the stretch, as a lot of modern relievers do. The 0-1, way outside off the glove of the catcher to the backstop, and the count even at 1. One and one to Larson. The pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's up with it. Throw across the diamond in time, and there's one down in the 9th inning. That'll bring up Jackson O'Boy. O'Boy, in his first game in a Crabs uniform, has not been retired. He has walked twice, he has singled twice, and he has scored a run. Right-handed hitting catcher. And the pitch from Brady. Right down the heart of the plate for a called strike 1. 0-1 to O'Boy. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Nice convenient hop. The throw to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Let's hear for the back boy, Mason Kamek. Next up, number 14, Wesley Gone Gibson.
Wesley Gone Gibson coming to the bat. 0 for 1 officially. He has walked and scored. He's been hit by a pitch and scored. And he successfully squeezed a run in with a sacrifice bunt squeeze. The pitch to him inside, 1-0. Should he get aboard, we go to the top of the order and Kellen Strom. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off to the right and out of play. Ball and a strike. One and one to the Crab shortstop. Brady's 1-1 pitch. Ooh, that's in there. Fastball taken for a called strike 2. The 1-2 pitch to Gone Gibson. Fastball away, 2-2. Brady's got a very slow, smooth, deceptive pitch to the plate because he really brings it. A lot of velocity. Here's the 2-2. Curveball stays up, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to Wesley Gone Gibson. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. 6-6 tie. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes, and the Crabs are down in order in the 9th inning. Nothing across, and at the end of 9 complete, it's the Crabs 6 and the Studs 6. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka. Oh my.
Back up to 20 innings.
Oh, we played
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now
yeah.
for like 20 innings. We don't have enough arms. Is this the same guy? Because I messed up the...
No.
Yeah, this is Najee.
Yeah, it's the
Oh
same
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
You can see his hair.
Is this
Yeah.
Bush?
Yeah, Bush.
Whatever his name is.
Well, we have a mass exodus, I think.
Whatever his name is.
People are leaving? How can you leave in the
I
Xfinity
see a
game?
lot of people getting up.
Maybe they're going to get more. No, they can't get more beer. A lot of folks are leaving. Unbelievable.
Well, me and Benjamin were saying that on Wednesday.
Well, we are unexpectedly going into extra innings.
I expected it. I fully expected it.
Benjamin is a notorious pessimist. The Crabs led 6-2 in the ninth inning.
Yes.
They led with 2 outs in the ninth inning. They just needed one more out, and the next 3
Yeah, but
batters
it was
all
6
got
to 3
hits.
with 1 out, and they
2 outs.
there were 2 outs, but they had runners on.
Was not to be.
Anyway.
All right, it's the
we
heart
go.
of the order in the 10th inning for the Studs, and here's Benjamin with the action.
Hancock to lead it off for the Studs. And Wesley gone. No, Andrew Najee Brush. His first pitch is a fastball away. It's 1-0. Hancock today is 0 for 4. He's also hit into a double play. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut there.
Ooh, he was trying to put them ahead with that swing,
It's
huh?
1-1. Looked like. No, 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch, taken for a strike on the outside corner. Nice backdoor slider there. 1-2 now to Hancock. And he hammers that in the gap in right center field. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to go all the way up the wall to the fence. Up the hill to the fence, I mean, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Hancock. He put his signature on that one. So Hancock out at second. He's the go-ahead run, and here's McCormick. 2 for 4 with a double and 2 runs scored. It was McCormick's line double, wasn't it? Wasn't that his?
He led off the ninth
He led
inning.
off the ninth inning with a double. All right, runner out at second, nobody out. And the pitch, Najee Brush's fastball misses away. It's 1-0. Pitch. Ooh, fastball. Oh, misses high, I guess. 2-0. Well,
I think Tatum is back in left field. That's McCarthy Tatum out in left,
it?
isn't it? I'm pretty sure. I don't think we have anyone else that tall.
2-0 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, 2-1. Two and 1 the count from the set. Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air, shallow right center field. Creech going out, and it'll be the right fielder, Blair, to catch it. And no advance by the runner.
That was a big non-productive out for Najee Brush. Needed that one.
Yeah, he
kept
did.
him anchored at second base.
Here's Tanner Arrington. 2 for 4.
What did he do in his last at bat?
Singled.
Thank you.
So Hancock still out at second. Here's the pitch. And that pitch misses down low. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder out to second base. Critch has it. That'll advance the runner, but they'll be 2 away.
Seattle baseball fans have to be very pleased with what the Mariners are doing this season. They're right in the thick of things
they're
with
giving
the
Houston a run for
Astros.
it, yeah. And that's without Robinson Cano.
That's right.
Here's Cheney. 0 for 4. He takes a fastball away. One another count. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees for taking for a strike. 1-1. Hancock over at third. Yeah, next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Ball and 2 strikes. Now to Cheney. Top of the 10th, we are tied at 6. 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Studs. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. And there's a breaking pitch that misses in the dirt. So they count 2-2. Crabs blew a 4-run lead in the 9th inning. See that too often. And G-Brush sets, rocks, and comes home 2-2. Way outside, and the count goes full.
Nice stop by O'Boy. That wild pitch could have brought in the run from third. He lunged to prevent that from going to the backstop. Of course, you never know when it goes to the
Thrown so
backstop
hard,
where it's going to go.
May have reflected back to him. Who knows? 3-2 pitch. Foul tipped up against the backstop. Three and 2 to count. Hancock still over at third. Two outs, I wouldn't give in to him. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and that almost went to the backstop itself as that bounced off O'Boy's chest protector. So he walks Cheney. Matt Zoba will be the hitter. First and third, 2 outs. Zoba, here's the pitch. Fouls it out of play out onto F Street. Zoba today is 1 for 3. Oh, and 1 the count. Fouled again out of play. Oh, 2 pitch. Rides high with a fastball. The 1-2. Grounded out to short. Should end the inning. He scoops, toss to second, and that'll end it. No runs. A hit. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 9.5, we're tied at 6. Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. right, we're back.
Nearly 500 fans, Benjamin, have gotten more than their money's worth this afternoon.
Well, half of them left, so
Some of
250 have
yeah,
gotten their money's worth this afternoon.
I can't believe people leaving an extra inning game, but it's, it's getting on dinner time.
We have food. We have food right here. We got hot dogs. We got hamburger. We don't have hamburgers anymore. I think that's the thing is we're out of food probably. They're probably not serving any more food either.
All right, top of the order for the Crabs. Here's Benjamin.
Kellen Strom, who is been a hard out today. Here's the first pitch. He takes a fastball down and in. He doubled, then he was hit by a pitch, then he singled, then he walked, and he finally grounded out to short. So he's 2 for 3. Tied at 6 in the bottom of the 10th. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and that misses inside. 1-0. 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Studs. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. Two 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. It's 2-1. Anthony Brady out for his second inning of work. And there's a slow roller out to second base. 1 away. Got a feeling we're going to see the 11th inning.
Now, why do you say that?
Well, we didn't get the leadoff runner on.
Well, that doesn't matter.
No,
Look at all the runs they scored with 2 outs.
Your odds, but they had the leadoff runner on. That's the thing. Your odds of scoring when you don't get the leadoff runner go down really fast. When you get the leadoff hitter on, your odds go way up. Coco Figueredo will be the hitter, meanwhile. 1 for 5. Figueredo batting left-handed. Here's the pitch, and that one goes all the way to the backstop inside. 1-0. I mean, we're so low on music, they're actually playing Toto between innings now. We're out of food. We're out of food. 1-0 misses away. 2-0. They played all the good songs, so now we're down to Africa.
I'm not going to get involved in this dispute over
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen. 2-1.
The Toto I remember was a dog in Kansas.
Yeah.
Took a trip with Dorothy. Met somebody in Oz.
2-1 the count.
And I don't mean doctor.
We didn't even get to the chorus. I'm going to play it again.
2-1 pitch. In the dirt, 3-1. So 3-1 the count to Figueredo. Connor Blair on deck. Three-one pitch. Fouled out of play. 3-2. I'm sure the next in-between inning song will be Hot Blooded or something. 3-2 the count.
I have to say the Studs were pretty cold-blooded in the 9th inning.
3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen. So full count to Coco Figueredo with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 10th inning. The wind is blowing out. Somebody could get one up in the air. We could go home. Fouled out of play. Three and 2 the count. Foul out of play again.
Coco fouling off some good pitches, making Brady work, trying to get aboard any way he can.
3-2 pitch. Oh, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Figueredo can't believe it. He is standing there with his arms out, imploring the umpire for an explanation of that call. But he's out. 2 away. Connor Blair will be the batter. Connor Blair has 1 for 5. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. We had a 12-inning game last week, or week before last.
20-inning game
20-inning game Thursday. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Slider away, 1-2. One and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Slider away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the catch. Ooh, we just got a piece of it and fouled it up against the backstop. So the count remains 2-2 to Connor Blair. McCarthy Tatum on deck. Two-two pitch. Got him. Blew a fastball right past him. That'll end the bottom of the 10th inning. Crabs go in order at the end of 10, tied at 6. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Like wild dogs crying out in the night, the Seattle Studs are looking for some runs here in the top of the 11th inning. That's the line from Toto.
Is that the line from Toto? Okay. All right. All right, it'll be Najib Brush. Andrew out for his second inning of work. He will be facing Jacob Hirsch, Kyle Bowe, and Landon Riker. And those 3 gentlemen, with 2 outs in the 9th inning, all came through with a walk, a double, and a single, and the game was tied. And here we are in the 11th. And the first pitch, a big cut on a high fastball, strike one. Hirsch 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Nice breaking ball, just misses outside, 1-1. Hirsch left-handed hitter. Brush comes in, Hirsch takes it high, 2-1. Had a notion, was able to hold up. Still a stiff breeze. Fastball high, 3-1. Brush gave up a leadoff double in the 10th inning, but was able to get out of it without a run scoring. That one's right down the heart of the plate, and the count now goes full to Jacob Hirsch. The payoff pitch. Long drive to left center field. That's going to be in there for extra base hits. It's going to the 394 sign. Rounding second, he's going to go to third, and he's going to be in there. The throw is going to be late as he slides in with a lead-off triple. Jacob Hirsch.
No doubt about that. Off the bat, that was trouble.
Yeah, that was smacked
right
hard.
into the gap, all the way up to the 394 sign.
So a triple to the deepest part of the ballpark, and now the Crabs infield is going to have to come in all the way. Kyle Bowe, who hit a big double in his last at-bat, coming to the bat. So the infield in all the way around. Jacob Hirsch at third. And the batter is Bowe. Well, the Crabs have squeezed in a run earlier in the ball game. Have to think about the possibility of the Studs trying to do that, even with the infield in. Now, the Crabs squeeze was not a suicide variety. From the stretch, the pitch, fouled back, strike one.
I think it's less likely with nobody out.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I would think you wouldn't try it now. From the set, right-hander versus right-hander. The pitch to Bowe just misses wide, 1-1. Hirsch at third, nobody out, top of the 11th, we're tied at 6. The pitch, inside, almost hit him, 2-1. After Bowe, we go to the top of the order in Landon Riker. Najee Brush from the set, the pitch. Fastball, beauty on the outside corner, just at the belt, and the count even at 2. Well, he got a big strikeout, or a little fly out to short right field, a non-productive out after giving up the leadoff double. He'd sure like to get a strikeout here. The 2-2 pitch, high with a fastball, and the count goes full. Three and 2 to Bowe. Andrew Najee Brush gets the sign from Jackson Aboy. The 3-2 pitch. Curveball just outside. Oh, he did not miss by much. And he wanted that one. Najee Brush, a long look in to home plate umpire Cowan. Now there are runners at the corners, one out, and we go to Landon Riker, who had the big single to tie things up back in the 9th inning. Throw to first base, and they got him. Oh, my goodness gracious. Kyle Bowe picked off a first base. The first base coach can't believe it. Neither can Bowe, but he has been wrung out, and that's an embarrassing situation.
They're not happy with Don Hofacker over there. Welcome to our world, friends.
A big pickoff, and now there's a runner on third with one out. Boy, that's the last thing you want to even be close to being picked off when you're the trail runner.
Why you would be, yeah.
You know, just crazy, but
Yeah.
All right,
It happens.
here comes Riker now. One out, runner on at third. The pitch to Riker, high with a fastball, 1-0. Well, the Crabs had a couple of base running boo-boos in last night's ball game. That I would have to say that's one here.
Yeah, that's a big one here.
1 ball and no strikes.
It's two on, nobody out, and they got to bring the infield in. I mean, that's a recipe for a big inning.
Yep. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. It's 1-1. Well, you just don't, I mean, you pay very little attention to that run there. You need that runner from third in to score, so you don't want to mess with an out possibility.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But even like I'm just thinking as the visiting team, you want as many runs as you can get, too.
Right. Curveball stays up. It's 2-1 now to Landon Riker. Najee Brush, back foot on the rubber, comes to the rest at the belt. The 2-1 pitch, swings and fouls it off. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Landon Riker from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Just misses inside, 3-2. Well, who would have guessed that the ball game, or that the Oyster Festival would be over before the ball game? But that's the case. Here's the 3-2. High pop up out of play. Foul ball out of play. So we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Needless to say, a very crucial pitch here. Full count to Riker. Hirsch standing on third. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. Just got a piece of it. He reached for that. So we'll do it again, 3-2. Najee Brush is set. The 3-2 offering. Ball 4 gets away from the catcher. No advance by the runner at third, but the walk puts runners at the corners once again. The only out this inning was the pickoff at first base. Otherwise, a triple and 2 walks.
Well, that out's big for another reason, because now with 1 out, the Crabs can go back to double play position.
So the middle infielders in double play depth. Figueredo about even with the bag at third. Larson holding the runner at first, and the pitch from Najee Brush to Cody Banks is a fastball wide, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Banks. Brush is set. The pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, 1-1. A ball and a strike to Banks. Runners take their leads at first and third. The pitch. Inside, 2-1.
No action in the Crabs bullpen.
No, this is Brush's ball game now. 2-1 to Banks. The 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses. It's 2-2. On deck, the very dangerous Brennan Hancock. Two and 2 to Banks. Najee Brush comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout, and there are 2 down. But here's the man. Brennan Hancock had a booming double in his last at bat, but was stranded at second base. So there are 2 outs now. It'll take a base hit to bring that runner in from third. The Crab infield back all the way around. Southpaw swinging Brennan Hancock facing the right-hander Andrew. Najee Brush with the ball game hanging by the tenterhooks. The pitch. Strike one called. Outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Oh, and 1 to Hancock. Brush's pitch. Over but low, 1-1. Hirsch at third. Banks at first. 1-1 count to Hancock with 2 down. The pitch. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck, the cleanup hitter, Ken McCormick. Brush is sad. The 2-1. Strike 2 called, outside corner. That's the second time that Hancock has been upset with a call for a pitch on the outside part of the plate. The count even at 2 now. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball 3.
Oh, he thought about it. He
had
was
a
inclined.
notion.
He stopped himself. That would have been a terrible at bat, too, because that was way outside.
Yeah, well out of the strike zone. So the count full. The runner at first will be going with the pitch. Brush is set. The 3-2. It's foul ball. Just got a piece of it to stay alive, and we'll do it again, 3-2. Boy, lots of key situations in this ball game.
Yeah, this has been a great game.
So we'll do it again, 3-2 to Hancock. Najee Brush is set. The payoff pitch. Long fly ball to right field. The right fielder back to the warning track, to the wall. He makes the catch right up against the wall. Connor Blair to the left of the 338 sign. Makes the grab. And the Studs are gone in the 11th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. And at the end of 10 and a half, the score remains 6-6. Hi, honey. I don't know. Really? Well, let's just. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 11th inning. It'll be Tatum McCarthy, Jackson Critch, and Bronson Grubbs for the Crabs. Tied at 6. 6 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Studs, who just stranded a leadoff triple at third. And 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Crabs.
McCarthy Tatum to lead it off. McCarthy was hit by a pitch, but has not had a hit in this series. A really rough series thus far for McCarthy Tatum, and then he was the pitcher that gave up the tying runs in the 9th inning. Oh, he'd love to end it with 1 swing here. Anthony Brady out for his 3rd inning of work, and the pitch to Tatum is hit in the air to center field. That's going to be a base hit.
Right.
Falls in there for a single.
That's what we like to see. Leadoff runner aboard.
So a leadoff single for Tatum, and that'll bring up Jackson Critch. Critch 2 for 4 on the afternoon. A double he scored. A triple he scored.
I
And
think
he
he's
is also
bunting
walked.
here.
He may be bunting. We'll see. Brady is set. Third baseman creeping in. Critch is not bunting. He hits it in the air, and it goes into center field for a base hit. The second baseman leaped up. We thought he might get it, but it eluded him. So a little flare single for Critch, and now the Crabs with the
Now you bunt.
potential winning run at second base, and nobody out. And now here is Bronson Grubbs.
Now I bet they're going to bunt. It looks like it's going to be Grubbs. No, this is
Cantu.
Cantu.
This is Chagi Cantu.
Chagi Cantu.
The first time we have seen him here at the Arcata ballpark. He was the winning pitcher in the 20-inning Thursday night game against the Reading Colt 45. So now, and he's not even listed on the Crabs roster. He's not listed as a pitcher. You know,
As I said, I
they'll
didn't think
have,
he was a pitcher.
yeah, he was an infielder, listed as an infielder. But after what Pablo Sandoval did, who knows, you know. All right. Santiago Cantu coming up to bat for Grubbs here in the 11th inning. Crab runners at first and second, nobody out. First baseman way in on the infield grass, expecting a bunt. Third baseman in at the edge of the infield grass. Brady from the set. He's squaring to bunt. First baseman coming in, and the pitch is taken for a called strike one. First baseman is about 40 feet from him now. In very tight. 0-1 to Cantu. McCarthy Tatum at second base. Cantu again squaring to bunt. He puts it down, and it's a good bunt. The pitcher's play is going to be to first base, and it's going to be wide. It goes into right field, and the Crabs are coming in to score, and the Crabs win. Crabs win in 11. An excellent bunt. An excellent bunt by Chagi Cantu. The pitcher picked it up and actually made a mistake throwing to first. He had no chance of getting Cantu. He threw it into right field, and scampering in to score is McCarthy Tatum, and this series is tied at a game apiece. Oh my goodness, what exciting baseball we've had here at the Arcata ballpark. So the Crabs win on an error by the pitcher, Anthony Brady, allowing McCarthy Tatum to come in to score from second base. And the key play there was a very fine bunt by Cantu.
Yeah, that really, the pitcher had no chance really to get him at first.
But
and
even
there wasn't any reason to anyway. His run didn't really matter. I mean, it's an out, but otherwise, you're better off holding on to it.
Exactly. They would have had a bases loaded, no out situation, but instead the Crabs win it on that error. Let's give you the final totals on the ball game for the Studs in defeat. 6 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors. And boy, the fourth one was absolutely
fatal.
The game decider. For the Crabs to win, 7 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher in relief, Andrew Najib Brush, and he worked out of a couple of jams. Really fine clutch pitching by Najib Brush. The losing pitcher in relief was Anthony Brady. Whoa.
What a game, huh?
What a pair
game.
of ball
Crabs
games.
blow a 4-run lead in the 9th, only to come back and win it 7-6.
So the Crabs send their record on the season to 9 wins against 2 setbacks, and the Studs go to 11-2 now on the season. Well, you can't ask for much more good baseball than these two teams have provided, and I'm guessing we're going to have some more tomorrow afternoon on Father's Day. Benjamin, we hope everyone will be joining us.
I'm going to join you. I'm going to be here.
Yeah, all right. That'll do it from the ballpark this afternoon. What a ball game. Crabs winning in 11, by a score of 7-6. For my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, I'm Hoke Holcomb, and we're rounding third and heading for home.